Today we're starting Astpadi 10. Saloko ostate karahe anek jan antona paravar नानक रचना प्रभिरची बहुबेदे अनेक प्रकार सटपदी कई कोट millions होए पुजारी कई कोट countless आचार व्यवहारी कई कोट पै तीर्थवासी कई कोट बन भ्रम है उदासी कई कोट वेद के स्रोते कई कोट तपीश्वर होते कई कोट आत्म ध्यान उतार है कई कोट कवि काव्य विचार है कई कोट नावतन नाम त्यावे नानक करते का अंत न पावे वाहे गुरु ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਅੰਦੇਸਾ ਤਾਕਾ ਕਹ ਕਰੀਐ ਜਾ ਮਹਿ ਏਕ ਕਰੀ So Mara Kirpa, hopefully all you guys have your pages pulled out. ਸਲੋਕ praise ਮਹਿਮਾ ਸਲੋਕ ਦੋਹਰੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਕਵ ਦਾ ਪਦ ਦਾ ਛੰਦ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ੰਸਾ ਹੀ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ੰਸਾ ਹੈ. It's a style of poetry close to a dora. And this particular slok is filled with praise upon praise of a God. Sloko. 10th slok, 10th Astapadi, we're going to go about to start. Yeah, apno sada hari. Ostat kar hai anek jan. Anton paravar. Ostate. Praise. Mehma. Kar hai. Yeah, apno sada hari. Kar hai. Do. Kar rahe. Anek. Many. Anek. Jan, lovers, devotees, pyare, Gurmukh, Bhagat, Bhagat Sahiban, Anto, end, na, no, nahi, Paravar. So shore on this side or across, like edge of a river, any shore. Had banna, we can say as well. Punjabi de vich had, meaning the end, or banna, the I believe banna maybe means the edge of the water between. Not sure what banna means, but had banna Bhagaji has written here as well for Antoparavar. Ostat kar hai anek jan ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਅੰਤੋ ਨ ਪਾਰਾਵਾਰ. Paravar, shore, across, or on this side. Ustate praise karhe anek jan. Pyare. Banna is khet divider. Okay, yeah, like theek hai ji. And so from that perspective, I guess banna would be like it's like but banna that's like raised kind of, and it divides from this field from that field, right? In the farming world. Manroop. Like what? Theek hai ji. Theek. Ostate karhe anek jan anto na paravar. ਸੋ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਨੇਕ ਹੀ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਭਗਤ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਸਰਵਵਿਆਪੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਅੰਤ ਕਲਵਾਨ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਸੋ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਭਗਤ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਸੋ this ਪੰਜਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਪੀਕਿੰਗ, they're talking about ਚੌਥੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। ਮਹਿਮਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਖੰਡ ਪਤਾਲ ਅਸੰਖ ਮੈਂ ਗਣਤ ਨਾ ਹੋਈ, ਤੂੰ ਕਰਤਾ ਗੋਬਿੰਦੋ ਤੋਦੋ ਸਿਰਜੀ ਤੁਧੈ ਗੋਈ। ਰਚਨਾ ਦਾ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਹੱਦ ਬੰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਤਿਵੇਂ ਤਿਵੇਂ ਵਧੀ ਹੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਇਨ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ say countless, we can say many devotees praise Guru Ramdas Sahib Maharaj Ji. There is no end to the praise of Guru Sahib Ji. There is no end. There is no paravar. There is no, you cannot cross that to the end of Maharaj's praise. अपनो सदा हरि उस्तत कर है अनेक जन अंतो न पारावार। So many devotees praise Guru Ramdas Sahib Maharaj Ji. There is no end to the praise of Guru Ji, to the praise of Guru Sahib Ji. Panjwa Pasha is speaking. नानक रचना प्रभे रची बहु बेदे अनेक प्रकार। Here you can say Guru Granth Sahib Ji as well. Nanak, Guru Sahib Ji, Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji. Rachana, creation. Rachana Prabhe, Vaheguru Ji, Sri Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji. Bhagavad Ji writes here for Prabh Sri Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji. Write in English as well. Rachi, created. Rachi. Baho, many, bahut. Bede. Bede means in ways, in tarah, like in technique. When I say ways, I mean like technique. Jugti. Anek, many, anek, again. Prakar, type. Many types of creation. I will explain what that means. Nanak rachana prabhe rachi. What type of rachana? Vaho bede anek prakar. So Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji is saying, Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji फरमाते ਹਨ, ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰੂ ਜਿਨੇ ਸਿਰਿਆ ਤਿਨੈ ਸਵਾਰਿਆ, ਪੂਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਕਰਾਮਾਤ ਤੇ ਆਪੇ ਸਿਰਜਣ ਹਾਰੈ ਧਾਰਿਆ। ਧੰਨ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਿਰਗੁਣ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਸ਼ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਅੰਡਜ ਜੇਰਜ ਸੇਤਜ ਉਤਪੁਜ। ਚੌਪਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ guys, we did this in ਚੌਪਈ ਸਾਹਿਬ। ਅੰਡਜ ਜੇਰਜ ਸੇਤਜ ਉਤਪੁਜ ਆਦਿ ਅਨੇਕ ਖਾਣੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਰਾਜਸੀ ਤਾਮਸੀ ਸਾਂਤਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣ ਵਾਲਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਅਨੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਰਚਨਾ ਰਚੀ ਹੈ। In English, Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji is stating, Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji has created this creation from his nirguna form in many ways and in many types. And here we talk about Anda, Jera, Seta, Jalpoj, meaning from Andaj, eggs, Jeraj, womb, Setaj is sweat and etc. And Uttapoj is seeds. And in many types, Rajo, Rajoguni, Tamoguni, Satoguni, And then the Chautha Pad as well, the saints that reside in the fourth state. So Guru Sahib Ji has created this creation from Prakash in the Nirguna form, from the Nirguna form in many ways and in many types, from eggs, womb, seed, sweat, etc., from Rajo, Tamo, Sato, and saints in many types as well. This is the sloka. Nanak rachna prabhu rachi, bahu bede anek prakar. So Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj stating Guru Ramdas Sahib Ji has created this creation from Prakash. Vaheguru Ji has created this creation from Prakash. Guru Ramdas Sahib Maharaj Ji has created this creation through Prakash. Many ways and many types. Andaj, Raj, Utapaj, Setaj, Rajo, Tamo, Sato, Naam Japan Wale saints. The ones that japa Naam, those saints. Astpadi. Here you all might have a translation done in Polish, thanks to our Polish crew, because they have put this this PDF or this file together, and so it was nice. Left it here, so you guys should have this as well. But you can take that out and just do it in English if you wish. Astpadi. So Punjabi de vich. So in English, this is the 10th Astapadi, consisting of 10 Gurbani Ji lines in 8 sections. Punjabi de vich Pan Pujnik 10 Tukiyan 8 Paudiyaan de Astapadi Ji, 10वें. And in Polish, I cannot read that, but I think you guys understand what that means. Astapadi, gathering of 8 sections. Padi means Shabda. Ast means 8, Padi, Shabda, hymn. Astpadi. Here we go. Kai kote hoy pujari. So in Punjabi, you could leave it separate. You could put it together. Kai means many. Kote means millions. Karoda, hana? Kote. So you can write it like that. All of them. They're all going to be like that for this party here, right? Or you could put them together. Bhagaji puts it together and just writes countless. He just writes it like this. Anaganat. In English, we can keep it separate. K, many, quote, and millions. Hoy, were, hoy. Pujari. Pujari is someone that's a devotional worshiper. A pujari. Puja karne wala. Pujari can be also someone that does puja, like with a lot of samagri and all that kind of stuff. But the arth, we're keeping it very simple, straightforward, as in a worshiper. So Bhagji takes these arts towards straight from a Sikhi perspective. He's translating these arts. So Satguru Sahib Ji no tan man sis tan sarvans arp angang kata ਆਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਤਨ ਚਿਰਵਾ ਝੜਖਣੀ ਅਤੇ ਝੜ ਦੁੱਖ ਸੁੱਖ ਮਾਰਾ ਸਹਾਰ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੇਜ਼ਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਟੰਗਵਾ ਗਲਾਂ ਚ ਹਾਰ ਪਵਾ ਪੂਰਾ ਪੂਰਨ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਪ੍ਰਤੀਤ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਣ ਜਪਾਉਣ ਸੇਵਾ ਪੂਜਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀ ਕਰਨ ਕਰਾਉਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਆਗਿਆਕਾਰੀ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਪੂਰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪੁਜਾਰੀ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ. So then he gives the ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟਾਂਤ ਪੰਜ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਚਾਰ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦੇ. So ठाकुर का सेवक आज्ञाकारी. So English, there have been many worshippers of Guru Sahib Ji. Kai kote hoye pujaris. There have been many pujaris of Guru Sahib Ji. So ones who have offered their body, their head, their wealth, their family, have gone cut piece by piece, have been sawed in half, have having their children hung off spears, getting those children cut piece by piece and putting garlands around their neck, repeating Nam with full love and faith. So there have been many worshippers of Guru Sahib Ji, many pujaris of Guru Sahib Ji. ये अपनो सदा हरि सोच अंदेसा ताका कहा कर जा मह एक कर ही. Thinking of all the yodhe and all the shaheeds and all this that everyone's been through, and then doing ये अपनो सदा हरि सोचंदे सता का कहा करिए जान है करिए. It puts things in perspective. History does too. History mixed with Shabd is beautiful. So kai kote hoye pujari. There have been many worshippers of Guru Sahib. Kai kote achar vyavhari. Kai kote. Many. Punjabi de vich, once again we can do it together. Kai kote ਆਪਾਂ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੰਨੇ ਆ. Achar, kartab, meaning. So I pull this out of the Mahan Kosh English dictionary. Established rules of conduct, character, social behavior. Achar, acharan, or achar. The way we deal with the world, our interactions, our achar, our behaviors. And Bihari is a person, like a business person, either a business owner or a business operator, a Bihari. Someone that does Bihar, someone that does business. Kai kote achar Bihari. ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਕਥਾ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਸਿਖਾਉਣ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਵਿਦਿਆ ਪੜਾਉਣ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੀਸ ਅਰਪਣ ਦੇ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਕਰਤਵ ਦੇ ਵਿਹਾਰ ਦਾ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਿਵਹਾਰੀ ਹਨ. ਤੂੰ ਚਾਹੋ ਸੱਜਣ ਮੈਂਡਿਆ ਡੇਸ ਤੇ ਸੋਤਾਰੇ ਨੈਣ ਮਹਿੰਜੇ ਤਰਸਦੇ ਕਦੇ ਪੱਸੀ ਦੀਦਾਰ. There are countless that conduct the business of teaching Brahm Vidya, of teaching Katha, of teaching Kirtan. There are countless that have given their heads, that are in the business of giving their heads to Guru Sahib Ji. Santan Pyari Daya Singh Sahib Maharaj Ji. कई कोट आचार व्यवहारी ते अपनो सदा हरि ते अपनो सदा हरि सोच अंदेसा ता का कह करिय या मह एक करी कई कोट आचार व्यवहारी next lines कई कोट पे तीर्थवासी once again कई कोट I'm just going to put the Punjabi together अनगिनत कई कोट many millions once again some of you probably have already cut and paste many millions all the way through Pe became hoy Tirath pilgrimage Tirath Vasi a resident Vasanavale a resident at a pilgrimage site of pilgrimage so अनगिनत गुरु प्रेमी सेवक जाओ तुम तीरथ ताओ हम जाति oh my so beautiful man जाओ तुम तीरथ if you are a तीरथ if you are a place of pilgrimage then I go there ताओ हम जाति गुरु जी दे गुरुद्वारे वाह दूजा अर्थ तीरथ नावण जाओ तीरथ नाम है तीरथ शब्द विचारो अंतर ज्ञान है शुभ सच्चे नाम रूपी तीरथ थर्ड अर्थ अनंत कलावान संख प्रकाशी प्रकाश सर्वव्यापी ब्रह्म रूपी तीरथ दे वसन वाले हुए हैं इंग्लिश There are countless that reside at Jotam Tirath Toham Jati. If you are a sacred place of pilgrimage, then I am the pilgrim at Gurdwaras. Right? So first art, there are countless that reside at a Gurdwara, at Gurdwara, at Tiraths. And then one of my favorite arts, Kaikode Pe Tirathvasi, right here. तीरथ नाम जाओ तीरथ नाम है तीरथ शब्द विचार और अंतर ज्ञान है why should I bathe at sacred shrines of pilgrimage the naam the name of the Lord is a sacred shrine of pilgrimage my sacred shrine of pilgrimage is spiritual wisdom within antare jnana hai and contemplation on the word of the Shabad so there are countless that reside in the Tirath of Naam. So there are countless that reside in Naam. And the third arth, there are countless that reside in Nirguna Vahiguruji in a Prakash. Jisu Naam Hriday Soi Bhat Raja. He is a big king who has Naam within him. जो तुम तीरथ ताओ हम जाति So there are countless that reside at places of pilgrimage. There are countless that at Gurdwaras. There are countless that reside in Naam. And there are countless that reside in Nirguna Vahiguruji. Ya apno sada hari. सेकने हिया जिन्ना न विसरे नाम सेकने हिया भेद न जान हो मूरे साईं जे हिया कई कोट बन भ्रम है उदासी. Once again, many millions, अनगिनत. Ban means jungle. जंगलां च भ्रम है भरम दे meaning wandering. Udasi, ascetic. Udasi meaning a person who has left the daily practice of the world to be alone, usually for the purpose of finding Vaheguru um, or other meditations. They may be praying to other they've just left. They've left. Some go into the jungles, some go to the Himalayan mountains. They leave the dunya. They leave uh, daily life. They leave responsibilities of a householder, grest marg. They leave. उदासी. उदासी ਦਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਅਰਥ ਵਾ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. ਸੋ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ सिद्ध साधक गिरही जोगी ताज गए घर बार राज माया तो उदासी धार के. So from kingdoms and maya and all this, ਇਹ ਤੋਂ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਧਾਰ ਕੇ ਜੰਗਲਾਂ ਚ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਰਤੇ ਦਰਵੇਸ਼ ਵੈਰਾਗੀ ਭਰਦੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਹਨ. So in English, there are countless ascetics, dervishes, saddened from Maya, drenched in Nam, roaming in jungles. कई कोट भ्रम है उदासी. So Bhagavad takes this arth this way. Drenched in Nam, still roaming in jungles. Nam rate darvesh vairagi. Bhande firde han. They've left everything. यह अपनो सदा हरि सोच अंदेसा ताका कहा करिय जा मह एक करी. यह अपनो सदा हरि 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 कई कोट बन भ्रम है उदासी त्यय अपनो सदा हरि. There are countless saddened from Maya, drenched in roaming in jungles. Mastane, darveshas, vairagis, tyagis. कई कोटे वेद के स्रोते. So कई कोट many millions Ved. Ved, we already done this arth. It has two meanings. One is knowledge, gyan, and one is Ved as in Ved, the Vedas. And a sarota means a listener. Sarote means many listeners. Two arts here. So Ved, knowledge, Ved, Vedas, K are Sarote listeners. ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤੀ ਦੇ ਗਿਆਨ ਦੇ ਸੁਣਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਅਥਵਾ ਵੇਦਾਂ ਦੇ ਸਰੋਤੇ ਹਨ. First ਅਰਥ, countless listen to the knowledge of obtaining ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ. The Ved, the knowledge of ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ. And the second, towards the Vedas, countless listen to the Vedas. ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ ਵੇਦ ਕੇ ਸਰੋਤੇ. यह अपनो सदा हरि सोच अंदेसा ता का कह करिय जा मह एक करिए. The knowledge of obtaining Vaheguru Ji, kei kote ved ke sarote. The listeners of knowledge. How do we obtain Vaheguru Ji? Well, Gurbani translates Gurbani. Te ye apano sada hari. First of all, Tyayo Hari. Soch andesa ta ka kaha kariye. Get rid of soch, get rid of andesa. How do we get rid of soch? How do we get rid of andesa? Tyaye apano sada hari. Knowledge. All shabds, every shabd provides knowledge in Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj. It's a path of Brahm Vidya. It's a path to falling in love. To so many things. Kai kote ved ke sarote. Yeah. Kai kote tapiswar hote. So tapiswar, Punjabi here, let me do it Punjabi. It'll probably be easier for everyone to understand. Tapi and Iswar. So broken up into two. Tapi, Tapiyan de Iswar Raje, the king of Tapis. So Tapi, we know what Tap is because we've done it in the third Astpadi and we've talked about it in maybe one or two other Astpadis as well. We'll write it here as well. So the king of those who do Tapa, Tapiswar, right? Meaning harsh practices usually conducted with fire. And we watch some videos on tap as well, how they do tapa. And there can be other types of tap where sometimes people just stand on one foot. Some people just raise their hand and bring it back down. There's so many different types of tap, but usually so they bring they put fire on the tuniya and they sit amongst and they put a fire right in front of them in all four corners, one in front of them, and they do tap like that. Hote, became, ho rahe. Penance is more so, I think, like you're doing it for the purpose of, like, if you've done something wrong and now you're in that kind of penance mode. But otherwise, yeah, it can be. If that's not the art of it, if it's not to repent or anything, yeah, like that. Hote, became, ho rahe. Kei kote tapiswar hote. So he takes this arth towards straight Brahmgyan. Gurseva tapa seret taposar. Guru seva rupi tap sadh ke गुरु सेवा रूपी ब्रह्म ज्ञान दे सूरज च मांदी कागरता च तप रहे तपियां दे राजे ब्रह्म ज्ञानी अनगिनत ही हो रहे हैं. English. Here's the English translation with penance. That arth. Service to the Guru is the most excellent and sublime penance of penances. So Gursevak tapa sere taposaro. So the biggest tapa is doing seva of the Guru. That's what this means. Vaheguruji dwells in the mind and all suffering departs, and at the gate of Vaheguruji one appears truthful, right? So Gurseva tapa sere taposaro. So the biggest tap of taps is doing seva. That's what this line means here. So the biggest so tapanda tapa jeda, the biggest tapa of all is to do seva. There are countless doing the tapa of seva and becoming Brahmagyanis. Kai kote tapiswar hote. So seva is the tapa. Service to the Guru meaning seva right here. Kai kote tapiswar hote. Tapi, sevadars, true sevadars. Yeh apno sada hari. सोचंदे सता का कहा करिए जा महक करी कई कोट आत्म ध्यान धार हे ध्याय अपनो सदा हरि कई कोट आत्म. You guys know what Atam means as well, the soul. Bhagavad writes Atam as apna aap sarup, your own form, your very own form. Dhyan, concentration. Punjabi ਚ ਧਿਆਨ ਲਿਖ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ ਹਨਾ. ਧਾਰ ਹੈ ਧਾਰ ਦੇ. ਧਾਰ ਦੇ in English means literally means to take on. ਧਾਰ ਹੈ. To do, to abide by, to take on. So, ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਪ ਸਰੂਪ ਨਿਰਮਲ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਜਪਾ ਜਾਪ ਅਗਮ ਪਾਰ ਪੂਰਨ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਪੂਰਨ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਾਰਦੇ ਹਨ. ਭਾਵ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰੇਮਾ ਭਗਤੀ ਸਹਿ ਨਿਰਗੁਣ ਸਰਗੁਣ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਏਕਤਾ ਚ ਲੀਨ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਸਭ ਬ੍ਰਹਮੀ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਨ. ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਆਤਮ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਾਰ ਹੈ. Countless ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਧਾਰ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਾਰ ਹੈ concentrate on their own form of ajapa jap Vaheguru ji. They view sargun and nirgun as one. They ਧਿਆਇ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ. They live in this. They live in this mindset. ਧਿਆਇ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਆਤਮ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਾਰ ਹੈ. ਧਿਆਇ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ. सोच अंदेसा ताका कहा करिए जा मह एक करी. Countless concentrate on their own form, on their atam form. Av Vaheguru Ji. Av Anhadaton. Av Shabad. Av repeating Tyaya Apano Sada Hari. Soch andesa taka kaha kariya ਜਾ ਮਹਿ ਏਕ ਕਰੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਆਤਮ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਾਰਹਿ. Now Maharaj talks about poets. ਕਈ ਕੋਟ Kabe. So a Kabe is a Kavi, Kavijan, a poet. So poets, Kavijan ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ. Kabe means poetry or kavita. Punjabi ਚ kavita ਕਵਾਂਗੇ. Vicharhe. Vicharhe means ਵਿਚਾਰਦੇ ਨੇ, they discuss it, right? They do vichar of Gurbani. They do vichar of poetry here. ਪਰਮ ਪੂਜੀ ਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਜੀ, ਪਰਮ ਵੀਰਾ ਸ਼ਹੀਦਾਂ ਸੂਰਬੀਰਾਂ ਸੰਤਾਂ ਭਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਸ ਭਰੀ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਰਸ ਭਰੀ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਉਚਾਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਕਵੀ ਜਨ ਕਵਿਤਾ ਵਿਚਾਰਦੇ ਹਨ. So countless poets discuss poetry full of praise of Guru Sahib Ji, shaheeds and saints. Guru Gobind Singh Ji had many poets. We got other poets now as well. Kavi Santokh Singh Ji and them. Kei Kote Bade Mahapurush poet as well. Sanvar Gurbachan Singh Ji Khalsa Pindrawale. Bhag Ji he's a poet in his own right. He rhymes in English. Right? Countless poets discuss poetry full of praise of Guru Sahib Ji, shaheeds and saints. Kei Kote Kabe Kabe Vichar hai. ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਅੰਦੇਸਾ ਤਾ ਕਾ ਕਹਾ ਕਰੀਐ ਜਾ ਮਹਿ ਏਕ ਘਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਅੰਦੇਸਾ ਤਾ ਕਾ ਕਹਾ ਕਰੀਐ ਜਾ ਮਹਿ ਏਕ ਘਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਅੰਦੇਸਾ ਤਾ ਕਾ ਕਹਾ ਕਰੀਐ ਜਾ ਮਹਿ ਏਕ ਘਰੀ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਨਵ ਤਨ means new ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਵਹਿ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ. ਨਵ ਤਨ new ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਵਹਿ. Concentrate on ਧਿਆਉਂਦੇ. ਨਾਮ ਦਾ ਅਰਥ ਨਾਮ, ਨਵ ਤਨ means new, ਨਵੇਂ. ਧਿਆਵਹਿ means ਧਿਆਉਂਦੇ or concentrate on. So Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ, Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji stating, ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਪ੍ਰੇਮੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਨਿਤ ਨਵੇਂ ਨਾਮ ਗੁਰਮੁਖੇ ਰੋਮ ਰੋਮ ਹਰਿ ਧਿਆਵੇ ਰੋਮ ਰੋਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਧਿਆਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ. With each and every pore they jap new names of Vaheguru Ji. So Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji is stating, countless devotees concentrate on new names of Vaheguru Ji. You could put a comma here as well, because these next two lines are connected together. ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਸੋਚ ਅੰਦੇਸਾ ਤਾ ਕਾ ਕਹਾ ਕਰੀਐ ਜਾ ਮਹਿ ਏਕ ਘਰੀ. So ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਨਵ ਤਨ ਨਾਮ ਧਿਆਵਹਿ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਆਪਨੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ. You're Rahim, you're Kareem, Job Sahib. How many names you got there? Kei kote, navtan nam tyav. Hey, you take away anxiety, you take away worry. Maharaj, you do this. Maharaj, you help me with this. Maharaj, you help me with that. Countless, countless, countless. Nanak Karte ka anto na paave. So meaning that even then they cannot find an end to the names of the creator of Vahiguruji. They may say all these new names, but they still cannot find the anto. Nahi pa sakde, right? So Nanak Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji, Karte means creator, Karan wale meaning Vahiguru Ji. Ta, da, av, anto means end. Anto na means no, nahi. Paavahe means obtain, pa sakde. Nanak Sri Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj Ji, Karte, creator, Vahiguru Ji, Kada, Anto, end, na means no, nahi, Paavahe, to obtain, pa sakde. ਤੇ ਆਈਏ ਆਪਣੋ ਸਦਾ ਹਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਿਰਗੁਣ ਸਰੂਪ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਅਨੰਤ ਬ੍ਰਹਮੰਡ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਅਗਮ ਪਾਰ ਜਸ ਨਾਵਾਂ ਦਾ ਅੰਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਔ ਕਾਰਣ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਰੰਗ ਰਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਮ ਅਨੇਕਾ ਰੂਪ ਅਨੰਤਾ ਕਹਿਣ ਨਾ ਜਾਹੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਗੁਣ ਕੀਤੇ ਤਉ ਕਾਰਣ ਸਾਹਿਬਾ ਰੰਗ ਰਤੇ because of you my sahiba I'm colored in love we are colored in love tau karan sahiba range ratte even then they cannot find an end to the names of the creator Vaheguru. So Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj is stating countless devotees concentrate on the new names of Vaheguru Ji, but even then they cannot find an end to the names of the creator of Vaheguru Ji. Doesn't stop. Gur Prasad. Gur Prasad Japo. ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸੱਚੋ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚੋ ਸਲੋਕੋ ਉਸਤਤ ਕਰ ਅਨੇਕ ਜਨ ਅੰਤ ਨ ਪਾਰਾਵਾਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਰਚਨਾ ਪ੍ਰਭੇ ਰਚੀ ਬਹੁ ਬੇਦੇ ਅਨੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਅਸਟ ਪਦੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ ਹੋਏ ਪੂਜਾਰੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ ਆਚਾਰ ਬਿਹਾਰੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ ਪੈ ਤੀਰਥ ਵਾਸੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ ਬਨ ਭ੍ਰਮ ਹੈ ਉਦਾਸੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟੇ वेद के स्रोते कई कोटे तपीश्वर होते कई कोटे आत्म ध्यान उतार है कई कोटे कवि काव्य विचार है कई कोटे नवदन नाम त्याव है नानक करते का अंत न पाव है कई कोटे पै अभिमानी कई कोटे पै अभिमानी कई कोटे अंध अज्ञानी कई कोटे किरपन कठोर कई कोटे अपेग आत्म निकोर कई कोटे पर दर्भ कौहे रहे कई कोटे पर दुख न कर है कई कोटे माया श्रम माहे कई कोटे परदेश प्रमा है जे तो लाभ हो ते तो लगना नानक करते की जाने करता रचना वाहिगुरु. So guys, last week we started the 10th Astpadi Salok Ostate Karhe Anek Jan Antona Paravar. So Bhagji has written this towards Guru Ramdas Maharaj. Panjve Pasha ji wrote this bani. So Panjve Pasha is speaking to Guru Ramdas Maharaj. Ostate Karhe Anek Jan. Many do Ostat, countless do Ostat of Guru Ramdas Maharaj ji. There's no ant. There's no end to the ostat of Maharaj. Nanak Rachana Prabhu Rachi. So Panjve Pasha is stating that Guru Ramdas Sahib Maharaj Ji through the Nirguna Prakash Swarup has created this Rachana. Bahu Bede Anek Prakar, in many ways, in many forms, right? In many types. So, under Jera Seta Jotpoj, how creation is created, and in various, I guess, states, we can say, of Rajogona, Tamogona, Satogona, Chautha Pad, which we talk about, where Mahapurush reside, Astpadi. Kei Kote Hui Pujari. And so Bhagji's read this from a Prema Pati perspective of not pujaris as in pujaris that do puja murtiya, but pujaris are Guru Sahib Ji. The Sikhs of Guru Sahib Ji. There have been many that worship, many worshippers of Guru Sahib Ji. You know, even from Pir Buddhu Shah Ji and them to all the Sikhs of Guru Sahib Ji that have given themselves up and fallen in love with Naam. Kei kote achar vyavhari. So the ones that do business of the achar, the bihar, the business, the acharana, their characters that do the business, their rules, the way they abide by everything, the countless ones that do business of teaching Brahmvidya, teaching katha, doing kirtan, teaching kirtan. Meaning they give themselves up, they are lost in Naam, they give themselves up doing Hare Naam ke Vyapari, the Vyaparis, the Biharis of Naam. Kei kote pe tirathvasi. So we took this in three ways last week. One that's reside at Guru Karz. One, Tirath na jao Tirath Naam hai. You're gonna go take showers at the bathe at Tiraths, but the pilgrimages, but the real place of pilgrimage is within where Shabad is. So where the concentration, the Shabad collide, that Naam itself that we japa, that is the Tirath. And then the ultimate Tirath, the fourth state of marriage, once the Anhatun grows and grows and grows, and Maharaj blesses us with darshan, full out darshan of Prakash. That is the place of Tirath. So Kei Kote Pe Tirath Vasi, there are countless that reside at these places. Kei Kote Bana Brahma Udasi. So many dervishes, sansar valo upram hoke, saddened from sansari birti, and move towards Brahmbirti and drenched in Naam, roaming the jungles. Kei kote Ved ke sarote. Ved, once again, Ved means, yes, it means Vedas. Ved also means knowledge. So countless listen to the knowledge of obtaining Vaheguru and countless listen to the Vedas as well. Kei kote tapi surhote. So we've done tapa before. We talked about tapa before. There count, but the biggest tapa, Gursevak tapa sere tapo saro. The biggest tapa of taps is doing seva. So there are countless doing seva and becoming Brahmgyanis with it. Kei kote tapi surhote. Kei kote atam rahe. So there are countless have gone inwards with Shabada. Concentrated on their own atam form, which is essence, the essence of which is Vaheguru. So fallen into states through Ajapaja, have fallen in Tan, has started, Maharaj has blessed him with the understanding and the darshan of Nirgun and Sargun being one. Kei kote kabe vichare. So a lot of kavis, a lot of Punjabis, what we say with the Vava Kavis, poets, Kave, Kavatanu, Bichare, they discuss poetry. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Darbar, they had 52 Kavis staying with Maharaj as well. Countless poets discuss poetry, full of praise of Guru Sahib Ji, Shaheeds and saints. Kei kote navta naam te ave. The countless ए महाराज you're Rahim, Maharaj you're Kareem, Maharaj you're Rahmdil, Maharaj you're Meherban, take job Sahib, all that. There are countless devotees that concentrate on new names of Vaheguru, but still, even with all these new names, Nanak Guru Sahib Ji states, Karte Kanta na paave. Even then, they cannot find an end to the names of the Creator, of the Karta, of Vaheguru. And today, Mara takes us in this second 40 of this 10th Astapadi in a different direction and shows us everything that's there. Everything is just through Mara Hukam. This is beautiful in the sense that it teaches us so much about being non-judgmental as well, right? Like, Keiko Tepe Abhimani. Abhimani means ego, right? Countless lost egotistical beings lost in ego, Hana? And then but at the end, Maharaj says, Jeto Jeto Lavo Teto Uddari Lagate, Hana? So wherever Maharaj, whichever path you lead people, that's where they attach, right? So then it's like, why do we even get to a place of judgment? It's a good reminder, right? It's a good reminder. I'm guilty of this a lot too. Like, oh, why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? It's in Hukam, right? It's in Hukam, it's in Pana, right? But that's a sadhu birti. This is theoretically, yes, we say this, but a sadhu's lens is that. Like, you look at Bhagaji's lens, and he's just a kima. I remember once he got so he was attacked at he used to live in Rexdale. He lived at Bibi Balinder Kaur's house there. And there was some issues. I don't want to get into this, some stuff going on between some people. But Bhagaji happened to be there. And so these people came into the house and they physically assaulted Bhagaji, and along with a lot of people, like they physically assaulted everyone, right? And so then the cops came. I remember that's what Arvinder Singh, the police officer, that's where he first met Bhagaji as well. He's telling me he was one of the cops on duty at that time that came to the house. And so after that, there's a court case and all that. Before going to court, and this is a sadhu birti. This is a sadhu birti, right? Before going to court, Bhagaji stands in front of Maharaj. Then Maharaj, please, hopefully nothing happens to these guys. Like, let it be, let it be. And then, we're asking him after, he's like, I just want him to fall in love with Bani, because I just want to talk to him about Bani, because that's what I would tell him. It's okay, whatever happened. Just come and do Bani. And this is what translations are, and fall in love with this. And then, just take care of yourselves. This is what I want to tell them. So a man does ardas and nothing happens to these guys, even in the court system and all that kind of stuff. So just pure forgiveness, very different mindsets, right? So keiko tepe abhiman. So let's start writing this. So once again, keiko te Punjabi cha ਆਪਾਂ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? So keiko te just ਅਣਗਿਣਤ, ਸਿੱਧਾ ਹੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਲਿਖ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ। ਭਏ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ, ਹੈ ਨਾ? ਅਭਿਮਾਨੀ ਹੰਕਾਰੀ। So you guys know many millions from last week. Keiko Pe means became, Abhimani, egotistical. So with a lot of gribi, ये दासन दास जैसे, लाइक दास, अणगिणत ही हंकारी होए हो रहे ਹਨ निर्दोष दुनिया ਨੂੰ ਬੰਬਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਉਡਾ ਕੇ ਧਾਰਮਿਕ ਸਥਾਨ ਢਾਹ ਕੇ ਮੱਸੇ ਰੰਗੜ ਵਾਂਗ ਹੰਕਾਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਗਲ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਅਹੰਕਾਰੀਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਗਰਭੇ ਗਲੇ this is coming up I believe maybe the 14th Astpadi ਹਉ ਮੈਂ ਜਲ ਹੈ ਜਹਉ ਮੈਂ ਜਲਿਆ ਮਨ ਹੋ ਵਿਸਾਰੇ ਜੰਪੁਰੇ ਵਜੇ ਖੜਗ ਕਰਾ there have been many and well there have been and are countless egotistical beings decaying in ego. So there have been and are countless egotistical beings decaying in ego. And what does this mean to me? It's a beautiful place to write here, too. What's a reflection on this? Well, there are times we get into ego and it's a battle of internal, it's always an internal war going on, right? Of egotistical being stepping up and taking over humility, and then Shabda coming and piercing and saying no, humility comes on top. So this internal battle, we don't have to look at it external. We could just look inside our own. And Maharaj says, look under your own collar, right? So just looking at our internal battle that's going on. So there are countless times we lost an ego. I mean, we're always probably lost an ego until we actually make it and fall in love. But before we fully fall in love, everything we do is probably an ego. But I'm sure there are levels to this ego as well, right? So there have been and are countless egotistical beings decaying in ego. And this leads to all types of suffering and pain, internal. Because the man can never be shant. The man's always chanchal, right? The more we grasp and hold on to anger and this leads to anger as well. It's just suffering, suffering. There have been and are countless egotistical beings decaying in ego. And obviously we could look in history as well. We could take it from that perspective. And, Chandu and these Panjum Pasha Shahid Kita, and they took him to Panjum Pasha to his house and all the torture that he did. And then Shime Pasha ji, got a hold of him. And then, justice was, I guess, served from that perspective. Kei kote and agyani. Once again, and again, many millions. And blind agyani. Agyani without knowledge, without wisdom. Up means the opposite of whatever comes. So Gyani is someone that has knowledge. Gyani can also be someone that has wisdom, meaning lived experience from inside, and a Mahapurush, that flows in states, versus a Gyani that has theoretical knowledge. Difference being, one talks about ajapajap and what it can be, but has never felt it, and one lives it. One talks about the oneness of Nirgun and Sargun, and one lives it. ज्ञानहीन अज्ञान पूजा अंध वर्तावा पाव दूजा। हम अंधुले अंध बिखै बिखौराते क्यों चाल गुर चाली। दासन दास जैसे अणगिणत ही अज्ञानी वाहिगुरु जी ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਕੇ ਵਿਕਾਰਾਂ ਪਾਪਾਂ ਔਗਣਾ ਫੈਸ਼ਨ ਗੰਦੀਆਂ ਮੂਵੀਆਂ ਗੰਦੀਆਂ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟਾਂ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਬੰਬਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਫੂਕ ਕੇ ਅੰਨੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਅੰਨੇ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। असंख्य मूर्ख अंध को countless have forgotten Vaheguru Ji and are blinded by pap and vikas, are blinded by sin and vikas, are blinded by all these things that we talk about, that Bhagavad spoke about, like fashion and viewing with lustful eyes, killing, doing all these blindfold deeds. They become blind. So blind, not literally blind, but blind away from knowledge, blind, becoming agyani without knowledge. Someone lost in sin, in vikar, someone that has forgotten Vaheguru Ji is an agyani. Ekot kirpan, kathor. Kirpan means someone that's conjuice, a cheapskate. Kathor means hard, something that's hard. But in this context, we're talking about a heart that's really hard, stone-like heart. So kei kote many millions are unagainat. Kirpan cheapskates, soom, kathor, hard, pathar dil, stone-like heart. दासन दास जैसे अणगिणत किरपन तन मन किल विख भरे। किरपन तन मन किल विख भरे, that's गुरबाणी, I believe that's गुरबाणी। किरपन तन मन किल विख भरे अनुसार पत्थर दिल बेरहम पापी एक है सुपने धाम नो छड़ है सूमहान। पत्थर दिल बेरहम अणगिणत ही सूमहान। आते हंकारी वजीदे वांग घोर भयानक अत्याचार जोर जुल्म महापाप करके धन जमा करा करके अपने सिर ते जम डंडे खाते हैं। Countless have stone-like hearts and are cheapskates. Bhagji talks about Vazida, like Vazida, um, they gather wealth, they do commit sins, and then they handle the, well, they have to handle the stick of the Jama on the path of death. Patthar de, hard heart, stone like hearts, sinners. Kei kote, a pig. A pig means pigeon to raheta, unable to get wet, meaning unable to fall in love. Nikor means vishesh karke kore, unable to be influenced, not be affected by preaching or education. So, kei kote, many millions. A pig, pigeon to raheta, unable, literally meaning unable to get wet. So pouring water over a stone and it just doesn't get wet, or pouring some water or something, it's just something that cannot get wet. But in this context, we're talking about a heart that is unable to get wet with the love of Maharaj. Atam meaning man, atam, soul, nikor, vishesh karke, vishesh karke, kor means kore, unable to be influenced, not affected, not being affected by preaching or education. So you could talk about all the Brahma Vidya you want, but some people are unable to fall in love. दासन दास जैसे अनगिनत साकत मन करके नाम रंग तो विशेष करके कोरे गुरु जी दे प्रेम रंग च पत्थर वांग भिजण तो रहता हन पाथर को बहु नीर उपवाया नह पीजै अधिक सुकाया. Countless minds are unable to be drenched in the love of Guru Sahib. Countless minds are unable to be drenched in the love of Guru Sahib. And once again, yes, we can look at this externally, but I would challenge us here to look at parts of our being where we're unable to fall in love. And can we get those parts within us to be more drenched in SHUDH? But the Mahapurush used to say, if you want to fall in love with Guru Sahib, you listen to history, listen to Guru Sahib's Itihas. I think that's probably a great tool. And then Gurbani Ji itself, repeating different shabds of Gurbani with our tongue throughout the day, having a little notebook and writing them down and understanding their meanings. And, you know, maybe we're going to do 1,000 today, or we're going to do 500 today, or we're going to do a mala today of this particular shabd, and letting it pierce sections within us, letting it pierce sections of our heart, of our memory. So then when even traumatic stuff does come up, past karma does play out in the form of could be visualization, could be through dreams, lucid dreams, it could be through any that Shabad is, it supports us there at that time. We're able to give that story that's playing in our heads new context because we have a different lens to view it from now. We're not looking at it from a victim standpoint. We're not looking at it from a place of why me? Why did this happen? We're looking at a place from what a beautiful experience that was. We're looking at it from Mara Shukara, thank you, Mara. You gave me that opportunity, that painful time. Because from that, I see through a different lens with this Gurbani ji now. Kei kote apeg atam neko. Kei kote par darb kohe rahe. Par means other, darb means money or wealth, hirhe means to steal. So ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਪਰ ਪਰਾਇਆਂ ਦਾ ਧਨ ਦਰਬ ਧਨ ਕੋ ਨੂੰ ਹਿਰਹਿ ਚੁਰਾਉਂਦੇ steal. Countless steal others' wealth. ਅਸੰਖ ਚੋਰ ਹਰਾਮ ਖੋਰ ਦਾਸਨ ਦਾਸ ਜੈਸੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਪਰਾਏ ਧਨ ਨੂੰ ਚੁਰਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਮਿਥਿਆ ਹਸਤ those hands are mithya, are dead. Par darv ko hirhe, that steal the wealth of others. So this next line is beautiful too. Hirhe par darbo. Udar kehta hai, for your own stomach, you steal others' stuff. Agnina nevara, tresna na bujai, but the fire still isn't extinguished. Tresna na bujai. Your trishna, your thirst isn't quenched. That's not how it gets quenched. Hare seva beno, ehe phala lage. Nanak prabhe sarata mare jamhe page. Without seva, people die off and go to the path of Jam. Seva's where it's at. Kei kote par darb ko hai rahe. But once again, challenging ourselves to write our arts for this. What does this mean to us? Can it mean that par darb ko hai rahe, this swas that we have, this breath that Maharaj has given us, is not ours, it's Maharaj's. And if we don't put it in Shabd, we're stealing away from Maharaj. Can we take it from that lens? Can we write it from that perspective? I don't know. Maybe. All this breath belongs to Maharaj. Maharaj has gifted it. But Maharaj has gifted it with the condition. Maharaj has gifted it with a hukam of Japing Naam. So if we're not, we have sansari vihars, kamakar, whatever we have to do. Kirt bhi karni hai, hamara hukam, yeah, we got to make an honest living, yes, for sure. But wasting it in fujul galla, wasting it in places where it doesn't need to be wasted, and not putting it in shabda. Are we stealing this breath away that doesn't belong to us? I don't know. Maybe we can expand on what that means to us. or whatever way you want to flow with the up like this. कई कोट पर दुख ना कर है. So dukh na, dukh, you guys know that suffering. Karhe, cause. So dukhona, karde, dukh na dukhona. Par means others, parayanu, kai kote, karhe, karde. So par, others, dukhna, suffering, dukhona, karhe, do, cause, karde. Countless cause others to suffer. And we know this through a bigger lens of what's going on in the world right now, the civil wars. We know this through co-workers. I'm sure we're guilty of doing this to others as well. We probably had it done to us as well. And then I would also challenge you guys to take this internal. And what does this mean to you guys internally? Do we cause ourselves to suffer? Do we cause parts of ourselves by making them others to suffer? We cause ourselves to be away from Shabad and not loving ourselves, like Maharaj talks about, falling in love with Shabad and staying in the consistency of love and moving away from that and hating and bringing hatred into our hearts for parts of our own self. Paraya chidaro atakala apna ahankaro vadave. Beautiful line. Looking at others chidar, looking at others organs, looking at others organs. Apna ahankaro vadave. We just raise our own egos. That's what happens when we look at others organs. We raise our own egos. ਦਸ ਦਸ ਜੈਸੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਪਰਾਏ ਦੋਸ਼ ਆਰੋਪਣ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਭਾਵ ਨਿੰਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ meaning slander ਨਿੰਦਾ ਨਿੰਦਾ ਕਰੇ ਪਰਾਈ ਝੂਠੀ ਲਾਏ ਤਬਾਰੀ ਵਾਹ secondary अर्थ ਦਸ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ ਜੈਸੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹਥਿਆਰੇ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਕਰਕੇ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਉਣਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ असंख्य गल वड हत्या कमा है कबीर जी जो मारे जोर करे कहते है जो हलाल दफ्तर दई जब कार्ड है होएगा कौन हवाल when the accounts are called who's gonna speak up for you there when you kill all these G's you kill animals and you say it's halal countless cause others to suffer. But once again, this can be taken through the lens of slander as well. So maybe for the languages, maybe make a note that just so you say when we make the videos that this is, yeah, this can be through slander as well. Hey, kote, Maya. What is Maya? कहे कबीर जिस उदर उत्ते सब माया तब छूटे जब साधु पाया whoever has a stomach has Maya. Maya goes away when you meet a Puran sadhu. Maya is illusion. Maya is Maya. Bhagavad just writes many things here from Maya. ਜ਼ਹਿਰ ਡਰਗ ਤਮਾਕੂ ਪੂਜਾ ਦਾ ਧਨ ਵਿਕਾਰ ਸਵਾਦ taste ਵਿਕਾਰ finances of a guru god taking that money drugs taste of the tongue taste of the indre sram we'll do two arts here attempting trying one art attempting or trying uddam Punjabi ਚ uddam and the second art we'll do is being tired thakavat being tired of trying to gather this illusionary wealth or not even wealth everything it's illusionary tastes and everything that maya is mahe means vech within kei kote maya saram mahe all right in English first the artha countless are suffering in the exhaustion of trying to gather maya poisonous drugs, money of sangat, vikar, taste of the tongue, etc. So countless are suffering the exhaustion of trying to gather maya. ਇਹਦੇ ਥਕਾਵਟ ਚ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋਆ So really good Santya tip here. Kei kote maya saram mahe versus saying saram mahe. So say saram first because it ends with a mamma and then this mahe begins with a mamma. So saram mahe. So keep that distinction versus saying saram mahe. Then there's only one mamma that is said. So saram pura bol ke mahe kaho. ਛੇਤੀ ਬੋਲਣ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਮੰਮਾ ਰਹਿ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਪਦ ਦੀ ਸੰਪੂਰਨਤਾ ਅਗਲੇ ਪਦ ਦੇ ਆਰੰਭ ਦੇ ਅੱਖਰ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੋਣ ਇੱਕ ਅੱਖਰ ਛੱਡਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ so then there's great ਸਿੱਖਿਆ Bhagavad Gita talks about here first ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਪਰ ਇਸਤਰੀ ਮਰਦ ਦੇ ਰੂਪ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਕਾਰ ਦ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਟੀ ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਣਾ lustful eyes ਵਿਕਾਰੀ ਗਾਣੇ ਸੁਣਨੇ ਗਾਉਣੇ singing and listening to lustful songs. Zor zulm karke maya katar karni. Stealing pretty much. Tez, mirch, loon, masale, tale padarth, rasna de swad. A lot of spice, a lot of salt, a lot of masale. The taste of the tongue. Vishe de anek pog pogane. Acts of sexual acts. Sutte hi rehna, sleeping. Fashion laune, so getting lost in fashion trends. Kursile marna marna for politics, killing and being killed, killing for politics. Apni vadiai aap karni karone, doing your own praise or getting others to do your praise. Apni vadiai sun ke khush ho ke hankar karna, getting happy when others praise you. Being lost in ego. Mere jaise chakro di basha, there's no one like me. Vikari gal kar sun ke hasana. Listening and saying lustful things and laughing. So karna. Being lost in depression, being lost in worry or anxiety. Bache bachiyan samet television de pede drish dekhne. Watching things we shouldn't be watching on TV. Dirty things. Chaha, coffee, tamaku, nuswar, pan, pede, nashe, drugs, intoxicants, things that alter our mind. Jua, meaning gambling. Paraninda, kusangat karni, speaking ill of others, hanging out people that may take us away from Nam. paraya hak khana, eating what doesn't belong to us, meaning not just eating with our mouths, but like taking what doesn't belong to us. So having ਦੂਜੀਆਂ ਜ਼ਾਤਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਤਲ ਕਰਨੇ, killing because of caste, because someone's of a lower or higher caste. ਚੋਰੀ ਯਾਰੀ ਮੰਦ ਕਰਮ ਆਦਿ ਸਭ ਨਾਗਣੀ ਮਾਇਆ ਹੈ. Stealing, um, being lustful, like having partners outside of marriage. The sab nagani maya. This is all maya. So the one thing, so Pagaji writes a lot of things like this, but the reason I wanted to say this piece here particularly was because, yes, all that, but this as well. Sog karna is maya as well. So being sad, being in depression, being in anxiety, being in worry. So all this is also Maya. So yes, all the other stuff that we shouldn't be doing, we shouldn't be doing, but we also shouldn't be lost in sadness, meaning we should stay in states of Chardi Kala. So I just thought that was very interesting. It's a very interesting point Bhagavad wrote, that yeah, we should be staying away from like Maya Tari things. But sadness is also Maya. So not falling into the trap of that either. दास जैसे अनगिनत ही आते दुखी जीव, जहर ड्रग तमाकू पूजा दा धान धन विकार स्वाद कतर करना ਕਰਨ ਦੇ ਉਦਮ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਥਕਾਵਟ ਚ ਫਸੇ ਅਤੀ ਦੁਖੀ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਥਕਾਵਟ ਢੂਹੀ ਅੰਗ ਅੰਗ ਟੁੱਟ ਕੇ ਰੋਗੀ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਮਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। So countless are suffering in the exhaustion of trying to gather Maya. So if we notice states of sadness come, recognizing that as well, oh, sadness is here. This is just one way, right? Sadness is here. And then coming out of that and then battling that. So that can be done through show, that can be done through historical, like a history at the Guru Itihas, right? Just the recognition, like when we're doing Vaheguru Mantra or jumping any Gurbani and our mind runs away, the realization that the mind has run off, that's beautiful as well. The realization of you're going about your day, but sadness is here. That's a beautiful blessing as well. And then not dwelling in that sadness, not staying in that sadness, recognizing it, understanding that it's there, and then moving from it. Utilizing, I can't even say tools, but utilizing what we have, what our love is, what our Guru is, utilizing Gurbani for that, utilizing what Maharaj has, a healthy lifestyle for that, utilizing exercise for that, utilizing the right relationships for that, all that stuff. कई कोट परदेस परमाहे, तो कई कोट परदेस, foreign lands, परमाहे, Rome. So ਗੁਲਾਮੀ, ਲਾਲਚ, ਬਿਪਤਾ, ਭੁੱਖ ਦੇ ਮਾਰੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਅਤੇ ਦੁਖੀ ਜੀਵ ਆਪਣੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਪਰਦੇਸ ਚ ਭਰਮ ਭਟਕ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਦੁਖੀ ਜੀਵ ਦੇਸ਼ ਛੋੜ ਪਰਦੇਸ ਹਿਤਾਇਆ ਪੰਜ ਚੰਡਾਲ ਨਾਲੇ ਲੈ ਆਇਆ ਨਿਰਗੁਣ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਰੂਪੀ ਦੇਸ਼ ਨੂੰ ਛੱਡ ਕੇ ਔਗਣਾ ਵਿਕਾਰ ਰੂਪੀ ਪ੍ਰਦੇਸ਼ ਚ ਭਾਰਮ ਭਟਕ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ countless leave their native lands and wander in foreign lands. This can be due to slavery. This can be due to suffering, hunger, greed, whatever the situation may be. And then the internal artha of this is countless leave the sajan des videsi ade sane hare dendi. Hey, my Sajan that lives in the Desh of Prakash. I become a Pardesi, Sajanade, Sanehade Dindi, Sajan Videsi. I become a Videsi. I become a Pardesi. I've left our homeland of Prakash and love. And I've gone to Pardes of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar, Chugli, depression, sadness, Ogad, Ninda, all that. Sanehade Dendi, but I'm calling for you now. Munda Nana Parendi, Gonsa Indi. I'm crying and I'm calling for you. Munda Nana Parendi, Gonsa Indi. I'm singing your prayers. Hey pyare, how do I meet you again? How do I come back to you? Beautiful lines, Maharaj says. And then Maharaj talks about how to fall back in love with Shabad again. So that's the second up. So the first, countless leave their native lands and wander in foreign lands, like physical land we're talking about. And that is due to slavery. That is due to, as we've seen, people getting displaced because of civil wars. And we have a lot of examples that hit home personally for us as well, from 1947 to 1984, the land of Punjab, and many other civil wars that are going. You see what's going on in Russia and Ukraine right now, and other parts of the world, China and the Rohingya, the Muslim minority there, what's going on with those guys, like you see all that, right? So they leave their native lands and they wander in foreign lands. And then leaving the land of your love and going to the foreign lands of Kam Karolo Mohankar. Yeah, beautiful. He said, it's okay. It's like a visitor that comes and goes. You don't keep the visitor in your home. Depression, anxiety, lust, greed. See that it's come, acknowledge it, but then continue on. Yeah, beautifully said. Kei kote pardes parma hai. And but then this is it right here. This is beautiful right here. Jeto jeto labho. Wherever, just passe, jeto, wherever, just passe labho attach. Londe ho Maharaj. Teto there, tesa passe, teto there, lagana. Attach. Get attached. Lagana, to get attached. Teto there. Labho, to attach. Jeto wherever. ਜਿਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਤਿਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ So we'll do the next two lines together. So jeto jeto labho, wherever you attach, ते तो लगना, there get attached. नानक, गुरु नानक देव साहब महाराज जी महला पंजवां जी, गुरु अर्जन देव साहब महाराज जी, करते creator, की, of, की, दी, जाने, understands, knows, जान हन, करता the creator, करता पुरख जी, रचना the creation. So Guru Arjan Dev Sai Maharaj Ji, Karte ki, of the creator, Karte ki of the creator, Karte creator, Karte. Jana, Jana means to know, to understand. Jande ne. Karta, Karta, the one that creates, the creator. Rachana, the creation, the Rachana, है ना? Jadi Rachana ya. So Guru Arjan Dev Sai Maharaj Ji is stating, only Karta Purkh Ji knows its own, his own creation. Only Akal knows Akal's own creation. Oh Karta Purkh Ji, in whichever direction you put people, they go or they attach in that very direction. So only Karta Purkh Ji, only Vaheguru Ji knows his own creation. Hey Maharaj, in whichever direction you put people, they go in that very direction. They go in that direction. They attach in that direction. Panjve Pasha Ji फरमाਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ, ਅਪਰੋਕਤ ਕਰਤੇ ਕੀ ਰਚਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਜੀ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹਨ। ਹੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਜਿਸ ਜਿਸ ਪਾਸੇ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ ਤਿਸ ਤਿਸ ਤਰਫ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਕਰਦੇ। Right. He does write another arth here. I'll say it. So ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਰਚਨਾ ਨੂੰ ਸਵਾਰਨਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਹੀ ਜਾਣਦੇ। Only ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ knows how to take care of its own creation, his own creation, pretty much. Hey ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ, ਅਪਰੋਕਤ ਰਚਨਾ ਆਪੋ ਆਪਣੀ ਵਾਸ਼ਨਾ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। So this whole creation is in whichever vashana, in whichever desires you fit in them, they're moving according to that. ਦੱਸਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਇਸ ਲਈ ਦਸ ਕੁਕਰ ਨੂੰ ਜਿਸ ਪਾਸੇ। So you bless Das. So whichever direction in Guru Seva Simran Prema Bhakti Kan Karaun Naam Japan ਦੇ ਪਹੁੰਚ ਚ ਲਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੋ, you attach me, this ਤਰਫ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। The only reason that I attach in this direction, I attach in these directions that you put me in. So just Gribi, from a Gribi perspective, is a Panya Pasha is saying this as well. So jeto jeto lav ho, teto teto lagna, nan karte ki jana karta rachana. Jet jet lav ho, tet tet teto teto lagna. जेतो जेतो लाभ हो, तेतो तेतो लगना, नानक करते की जाने करता रचना। अकाल गुरबर अकाल सत्य सलोक उस्तत कर है अनेक जन अंतो न पारावार। नानक रचना प्रभु रची बहु विधि अनेक प्रकार असट पदी। कई कोटे होय पूजारी, कई कोटे आचार व्यवहारी, कई कोटे पै तीरथ वासी, कई कोटे मन भ्रम है उदासी। कई कोटि वेद के सरोते, कई कोटि तपीश्वर होते, कई कोटि आत्म ध्यान उतार है, कई कोटि काव्य काव्य विचार है, कई कोटि नवतन नाम ते आवे, नानक करते का अंत न पावे। कई कोटि भय अभिमानी, कई कोटि अंध अज्ञानी, कई कोटि कृपन कठोर, कई कोटि अपेग आत्म निकोर, कई कोटि पर दर्भ कौ रहे, कई कोटि पर दुख ना कर है, कई कोटि माया श्रम माहे, कई कोटि परदेश प्रमाहे, जे तो लाभ हो ते तो लगना, नानक करते की जाने करता रचना। And today, कई कोटि सिद्ध जति जोगी, कई कोटि राजे रस भोगी, कई कोटि पंखी सर्प पाए, कई कोटि पाथर बिरख निप जाए, कई कोटि पवन पानी बह संतर, कई कोटि देश भू मंडल, कई कोटि सस्यर सुर नक्षत्र, कई कोटि देव दानव इंद्र सिर छतर, सगल समग्री अपने सूत तारै, नानक जैसो पावै तैसो तैसो निस्तारै। वाहिगुरु। Just going over last week, guys. कई कोटि भय अभिमानी, अनगिनत ही. There have been countless people lost in decaying in ego, have been and currently are. कई कोटि अंध अज्ञानी. There are countless that have forgotten Akal Purkh Ji and are lost in vikars, in agyan, lost in sin, lost in vikars. They're blinded by this. कई कोट कृपन कठोर, कई किन्ने कंजूस कठोर दिल वाले, hard stone like hearts and cheapskates. There are countless apeg atam nikor, बेचारे कई है ना, they can't even, they're unable to be drenched, they're apeg, unable to get wet, meaning unable to fall in love, enjoy the love of Akal Purkh Ji. So countless minds are unable to be drenched in the love of Guru Sahib Ji. कई कोट इन पर दर्भ को है रहे. And then there are countless that steal others' wealth. कई कोट पर दुख ना कर है. And then there are countless, we could take this through slander, or we could take it udan dukh vi dinde ya. There are countless that give pain to others, cause others to suffer. कई कोट माया श्रम माहे. So there are countless suffering in the exhaustion of trying to gather maya. कई कोटि परदेश प्रमाहे. And then there are countless that leave their native lands and then go to Pradesh, and then they wander in these foreign lands. And this can be due to slavery, this can be due to relocation, this can be due to suffering and hunger and greed, all that type of stuff. And we also touched upon some Antriv stuff here as well last week. Kei koti paradesh parmahe, sajan desi videsi ade sanne ade dendi. We've left our desh of Nirgun Prakash and we've come to this Kaljugi dunya, and now we're trying to reconnect back. जेतो जेतो लाभ हो तेतो तेतो लगना, नानक करते की जानना है करता रचना. So जिधर भी अकाल पुरख जी महाराज जिधर भी आप जी लाने हो, in that very direction people go. They go and they attach in that very direction. Today we'll be starting with Kei Kote Siddha Jati Jogi Mara Karpa. Let me pull that out. So once again, Kei Kote we can put together in Punjabi de vich aapa ikkatha kar dinne ha na. And Bhag ji siddha arth karde angiਣਤ ਇੱਥੇ है ना, like we've been doing all along. Kei Kote Siddh. So in English, Kei many, Kote millions, है ना. Siddh, who are Siddhs? Siddhs, I think we've spoken about Siddhs before too. But if we translate Bhagji's arth here of Siddh, Bhagji writes, Siddhiyan Riddhiyan nu prapat Jog Marg de Acharya, right? So Siddhs, ones with supernatural miraculous powers, and they've gained this through the practice of the Yog Mata. They are kind of like teachers, acharyas, the heads of the Yoga Mata. So we call them Siddhs, the ones who have fully accomplished in the Yoga Mata, fully accomplished. And there's beautiful Gurbani Guru Granth Sahib Ji called Siddh Ghost as well. That has very deep conversations. Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Maharaj Ji has extremely deep conversations with the Siddhs. Jati, celibate, who have controlled their sense organs and remain celibate, right? They're called jatis. Bani also says, Eka nari jati hoye. So, इंद्रियां ਨੂੰ ਕਾਬੂ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮਚਾਰਜ ਰੱਖਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮਚਾਰੀ, they're the jatis. And yogi ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਯੋਗ ਅਭਿਆਸ ਵਾਲੇ ਹਨਾ, so in English would just say yogis. And ਯੋਗ ਮਤ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਅਨੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਯੋਗ ਕਮਾਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਯੋਗੀ ਹੈ. So the one that practices and earns all the paths of yoga, all the different styles of yoga, they are yogis. In this Artha Bhagji also talks about the 9 types of Visha or Vikar. We've gone through this, we've listed everything out as well. And that was like looking at the opposite sex with bad intentions, listening to Vikari Galla, thinking about someone else through lustful thoughts, all that type of stuff that we've listed before as well, so we won't go through it here. Par pujani karta purkh Vaheguru ji ne anginat hi siddh jati yogi rache hain, right? So this is the arth. So Vaheguru ji has created countless siddhs, jatis, and yogis, and Bhagavad just expands on each of them. Siddh, the translation for siddh, Siddhiyan Riddhiyan nu prapat Yog Marg de Acharya, Jati ਇੰਦਰੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਾਬੂ ਰੱਖ ਕੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮਚਾਰੀ ਰੱਖਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮਚਾਰੀ, ਤੇ ਯੋਗੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ, Bhagavad Ji lists all the different types of yog mata here, etc. Yog mata ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਅਨੇਕ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਯੋਗ ਕਮਾਉਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਯੋਗੀ ਹੈ. Right, and then so that's arth 1. So Parapujani Karta Park ji ne ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਸਿੱਧ ਜਤੀ ਅਤੇ ਯੋਗੀ ਰਚੇ ਹਨ. So first arth, we'll do it in English and we'll talk about the second arth. Vaheguru Ji has created countless siddhs, jatis, and yogis, right? Celibates and yogis. ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੂਜਾ ਅਰਥ ਆ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਜੀਵਨ ਮੁਕਤ ਜਤੀ ਸਭ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਸੋ ਦ ਵਨਸ ਹੈਵ ਵਨ ਆਲ देयर ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਚ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਜੋਗੀ ਹਨ the ones that are connected in ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ those are the yogis there so in English the second arth there are countless jivan mukta gurmukh yogis that have merged with ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ and controlled all their senses ਸਾਰੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਜਿੱਤਣ ਵਾਲੇ All right. So Vaheguru Ji has created countless siddhs, jatis, and yogis. And then Bhagavad took this arth and put it towards Gurmukhs, that Vaheguru Ji, there are countless Jivan Mukta Gurmukh yogis that have merged with Vaheguru Ji and controlled all their senses. Right? Kei kote siddh jati yogi. Agla arth, kei kote raje rasa bhogi. This we will also take in two different directions. So kei kote, let's write it out. Raje kings, Raje ras. Ras can be nectar, ras is taste. And it doesn't have to be physical, it can be the enjoyment of pleasure as well. Rasa. Bhogi is someone that enjoys it, someone that indulges in it. So bhogan wale, bhogi. Rasa nu bhogan wale. Raje ras bhogi. So ਇੰਦਰ ਵਾਂਗ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਹੀ ਰਾਜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਲੀਲਾ ਭਵਨ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਮਾਇਆ ਨਾਚ ਗਾਣੇ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਵਿਕਾਰ ਪਦਾਰਥਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਸ ਭੋਗਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਭੋਗੀ ਹੋਏ ਹਨ ਰਾਜ ਲੀਲਾ ਰਾਜਨ ਕੀ ਰਚਨਾ ਕਰਿਆ ਹੁਕਮੋ ਫਾਰਾ ਸੇਜ ਸੋਹਣੀ ਚੰਦਨ ਚੋਆ ਨਰਕ ਘੋਰ ਕਾ ਦੁਆਰਾ first up so like Indra the king of the Devte Indra right there have been countless kings who enjoyed the pleasures of their kingdom. So like Indra, the Devta, the king of the Devte, like Indra, there have been countless kings who have enjoyed the pleasures of their kingdom. अर्थ वन दूजा अर्थ महाविस्माद ब्रह्मानंद रस नूं भोगण वाले अपने हृदय च परमपुरी नाम वसाउण वाले राजे भगत ब्रह्म ज्ञानी कई कोट ही होए हन हुण हन जिवें भगत श्री सैन साहिब जी जिस नाम हृदय सोई वड राजा only he is a big king or she is a big king whoever has naam within their heart जिस नो बख्शे सिफते सालाह नानक पाते साही पाते साह so दूजा अर्थ In English, like Bhagat Sri Sen ji, there have been and are countless Brahmagyanis that indulge in Namras. So everyone indulges, I guess, from this. Some indulge in Vishevikar and some indulge in the love of Akal Purkh. So like Bhagat Sri Sen ji, there have been and are countless Brahmagyanis that indulge in Namras. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਧੁਨ ਮਹਿ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਮਹਿ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਰਾਜੇ ਰਸ ਭੋਗੀ ਲਾਈਕ ਭਗਤ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸੈਣ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਨਾਮ ਚ ਭਿੱਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਮਹਾਪੁਰਸ਼ ਬ੍ਰਹਮ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਤਤ ਬੇਤੇ ਸੰਤ ਬਾਬਾ ਗੁਰਬਚਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਕਲਾਂ ਸੰਤ ਗਿਆਨੀ ਮੋਹਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਹੋਣੀ ਬਾਬਾ ਹਰਨਾਮ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਰਾਮਪੁਰ ਖੇੜਾ ਬਾਬਾ ਦੀਪ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਰਾਜੇ these kings that have Nam in their heart. They pogis of a ras of Nam ras. Kai kote pankhi sarp upaye. So pretty straightforward. Kai kote ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਇਹ ਕੋਟ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਕੱਠਾ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ ਨਾ Pankhi birds, different types of birds, I guess species of birds maybe. Sarp, snakes, upai, created. Right? So Vaheguru has created countless birds and snakes, or species of birds and snakes. Vaheguru ji ne pin jatan de, so different jatan, right? Anginat hi pankhi sap paida kite han. Kai janam sail gire karya. So Vaheguru ji has created countless birds and snakes. Kai kote, millions, countless. Pankhi, sarpa, upai. Vaheguru. Dhun meh dhyan meh janiya. ਧੁਨ ਮਹਿ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਮਹਿ ਜਾਣਿਆ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਪਾਥਰ ਬਿਰਖ ਨੇ ਬਜਾਏ the next one. So ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਪੰਖੀ ਸਰਪ ਉਪਾਏ Pankhi birds, sarp sapa, upai paida kite. Kai kote pathar, birkh, nipajai. Pathar meaning stone, birkh meaning trees, nipajai meaning like paida kite, trees that are growing, created, we can say created. Kai kote pathar birkh nipjaye many millions pathar stone pathar birkh darakht nipjaye paida kite. So this is a jat as well, right? These are part of these are part of June as well, right? Punjabi ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਰਥ ਕਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਆ ਸੋ ਕਈ ਜਨਮ ਸਾਖ ਕਰ ਉਪਾਇਆ ਲੱਖ 84 ਜੋਨ ਪਰਮਾਇਆ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਪੱਥਰ ਬਿਰਖ ਜੂਨ ਹੈ right? So here Bhagavad Gita writes that stone and trees birkh is a june अणगिणत किस्मां दे अणगिणत ही पाथर दरख्त पैदा कीते। So different types of stones, different types of trees have been created. अनेक पार जात अनेक मुखे बेन. So in English, Vaheguruji has created countless stones and trees. Imagine that lifetime. My God. Mara kirpa rakhan. Imagine sitting like a stone. Imagine tree. It's beyond Maharaj Rachana, Maharaj creation is beyond Maharaj Maryada is beyond. It's beyond comprehension. Maharaj is Dayalu, Maharaj is Kirpalu, Maharaj is so Kirpalu. Always giving gifts, always giving gifts. Kai kote pathar birkh ne pajaye. Kai kote pathar birkh ne pajaye. पैदा कीते है ना. Let's move on. Kai kote pavan. You guys know pavan means pani. You guys know pani means basantar. You guys know that is fire. So अनगिनत ही pavan हवावां, different air, pani, different types of water, clear water, filthy water, kasala, telia. Oh, he writes all these waters. Let me just pull that out in Punjabi first. Basantar fire. So, ek brahmanda cha, that says 49 crore taran di pawn dasde han. So there are 49 million types of air. That's what they say, dasde han. Kala, chitta, nila. So dark, black, blue, white, khara, kauda, kasala, telia, corona taran de pani han. So many different types of waters. समुद्र च अरबा मना पानी नु साड़न वाली बड़वानल agni hai. So बड़वानल agni, that fire is what gets created in the oceans and burns away countless amount of water. So I don't know what that is, but it might be like volcanic. I'm not sure though. Khana hazam karne wali jatragane agni hai. So the thing that we digest our food with, that fire is called jatragane, right? Jungle nu sarn wali daw agni hai. So the fire that burns jungles, we call that daw fire, daw agni. Saman agni sab thai hai. Then there's saman agni, which is everywhere. That fire is everywhere. So tolan minan ginan to rahet अनगिनत ही अग्नियां हवावां पानी हैं. So there are countless different types of अग्नियां हवावां and पानी है ना. So English and Punjab, well, English de vich we would say Vaheguruji has created countless types of air, water, and fire. Well, different types of air, different types of fire, fire and like for digesting food, burning jungles, fire in the water. So Vaheguruji has created countless types of air, water, and fire. Kai kote pavan, pani, basantar. Kai kote pavan, pani, basantar. And then Kai kote des mandal, right? Des meaning countries, pu meaning earth, mandal meaning like a circular location. So that can be, like if we can point towards a galaxy, we could point towards like any location. So Asthan, Pagji wrote mandal as Asthan, meaning a place, a location. Mahan Kosh has multiple translations for mandal. One of them is like a circular location. So Kai Kote. Desh, countries, Desh, Pu, Tartiya, earth, different earths, or different planets maybe, but earth, Pu, Tarti, Mandala, locations, Asthan. वाहिगुरु जी ने कई कोट ही धरतियां देश स्थान बनाए हैं. Meaning, Vaheguru Ji has created countless earths, lands, and locations. So, kei quote, Des U Mandal. I believe Professor Sahib Singh does Pu Mandal together, like the earth, like the earth as a circular location, the mandal of it. Vaheguru just created countless earths, lands, and locations. Vaheguru Maharaj. Kei quote is Sasyar Sur Nakshatar. Okay, yeah, there is a mistake because when I was reading this earlier, Kei quote this woman. Yeah, that Nakshatar. This is pronounced Nakshatar. Kakhinu se ari and eda at the end, and then tatte de per adarara. I didn't see it in Bhagaji's app. Nakshatar. Send a screenshot. Okay. A quote is Sasyar Sur Nakshatar. So Sasyar meaning moon, Sur meaning sun, Nakshatar meaning stars. A quote बेअंत ही चंद ससियर चंद सूर सूरज नक्षत्र तारे है ना. ससियर मून चंद सूर sun सूरज नक्षत्र तारे stars. ਬੇਅੰਤ ਹੀ ਸੂਰਜ ਚੰਦ ਤਾਰੇ ਮੰਡਲ ਰਚੇ ਹਨ ਕੇਤੇ ਇੰਦ ਚੰਦ ਸੂਰ ਕੇਤੇ ਕੇਤੇ ਮੰਡਲ ਦੇਸ I wonder if here mandal deses, I mean like circular locations like planets maybe, you know? Anek sur sasyar nikhyate kote sur jake pragas. Mara kirpa Maharaj. Through countless suns, moons, and stars have been created. Kai quote, countless sasyar, moons, sur, suns, nakhatar tare. All right. कई कोट देव दानव इंदर सिर छतर छतर canopy छतर as in like take Guru Granth Sahib Maharaj ji and we have a canopy on top of Guru Sahib ji and we're doing Chaur Sahib and then there's a छतर on top of Maharaj. That's what that is, like a छतर, like for royalty, for kings. कई कोट अनगिनत देव देवते demigods दानव demons दैंत इंद्र इंद्रा Raja Indra, the king of the gods, Indra Devta, Indra Dev. Sere on top of their head, Sere, Sere means head, Sere on top of their head. Chatar, chatar, canopy, chatar. Like in Punjabi, I would say chatari, umbrella. Waheguru. गावने तुद नो इंद्र इंद्रासने बैठे देवतियां दर नाले केते देव दानव मोने केते केते रतन समुंद वाहिगुरु जी ने अणगिणत ही देवते दैंत इंद्र आदि अपने सिर ते छतर धारण वाले पैदा कीते हैं कई कोट इंद्र जहा पानहार अनेक देवी देवा बहुभांत कोट इंद्र इंद्रासन साहे साहाण गणिजै Vaheguru Ji has created countless demigods, demons, and Indras that have canopies over their heads. निकली मथा फोड़ के जन फतेह नीसान बजाए क्या आस दुर्गा दे इंतर आया Vaheguru Ji has created countless demigods, demons, and Indras that have canopies over their heads. Maharaj. मेहरबान साहिब मेहरबान साहिब मेरा मेहरबान महाराज दयालु शुक्र है महाराज सगल समग्री अपने सूत तारा सो कई कोटि देव दानव इंद्र सिर छतर भाई किन्ने करोड़ा ही होए यार भाई इत्थे तो ब्रह्मे किन्ने उपाय हुआ है ना जी रामचंद्र जी होने कृष्ण जी होने विष्णु ਦੇ ਅਵਤਾਰ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਪੈਦਾ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਵਿਸ਼ਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ शिव जी ਕਿੰਨੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋ ਆ ਇਹਨੇ ਬ੍ਰਹਮਾ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋ ਹਨਾ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਇਸ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਮੈਨ ਪੰਜਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਇਸ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਖੇ ਹਾਰੇ ਹਰੀ ਰੂਪ ਮੈਨ ਹਰੀ ਸਰੂਪ ਬੇਅੰਤ ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਦੇਵ ਦਾਨਵਿੰਦਰ ਸਿਰੇ ਛਤਰ सगल samagri apne soot tara so meaning like this whole samagri man this whole creation this whole maryada this whole birth and death and marriage and all the sanskars and everything that takes place is all Maharaj has threaded in everything in Maharaj in Akal Purukh's Hukam. It's all sitting in Nirguna Prakash Roop as Maharaj wishes. So Sagal, all Smagri, items, Rachana, creation, things. So Sagal, all, Smagri means items, things. Marne te kya darpana jab haath se dora leen. So Smagri. All things. Rachana. Padaji writes Rachana straight, creation, straight for Smagri. Apane. Your own. Apane. Or their own. Meaning Vahiguruji's own. Apane. Sute means thread, dhage naal. And the antari vartha soot here would be Maryada. In Vahiguruji's hukam. Hukam would be the arth here. So meaning hukam, meaning Maryada, meaning in Maharaj's ways, in Maharaj's wishes, in Maharaj's Maryada. Sute, literally meaning thread, dhage naal. How we put beads around a thread, around a necklace, like that. Everything is beaded according to Maharaj Hukam. Tara means to put or tikai hoi hai is kept intact, is kept, is put. Tara. So Vaheguru Satguru Sahib Ji ne sari rachana apne anat kalawan nirgun prakash roop ਧਾਗੇ ਨਾਲ ਮਰਿਆਦਾ ਚ ਟਿਕਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਟਿਕਾਈ ਹੈ ਰਾਈਟ ਸਗਤ ਸਮਗਰੀ ਤੁਮਰੇ ਸੂਤਰ ਧਾਰੀ ਤੁਮ ਤੇ ਹੋਏ ਸੋ ਆਗਿਆਕਾਰੀ आपे जालो आपे थलो थम्मनो आपे किया काटे काटे बासा आपे नारो आपे फुन नारी आपे सारे आप ही पासा गुरमुखे संगते सब विचार हो वाहो का बड़ा तमाशा महाराज महाराज बेअंत मैन सब पुरोई एक तो धागा जिस लाए लय सो चरणी लग सगल समग्री जा कै सूत परोई घट घट अंतरे रव्या सोई वाहिगुरु So Vaheguru Guru Sahib Ji has kept this whole creation in the way he wishes, threaded in his nirguna form. So Vaheguru Ji is keeping this whole creation through Prakash, in Prakash. The Prakash is keeping this whole creation as the Prakash desires, as Vaheguru desires. Sagal Samagri apne soot tara is threaded. It's all threaded as Vaheguru wishes. It's all where it's supposed to be. Everything happens in Maharaja Hukum. So Vaheguru Guru Sahib Ji has kept this whole creation in the way he wishes, threaded in his nirguna form. The whole samagri, the whole creation is kept in the thread of Vaheguru Ji as Vaheguru Ji wishes. Sagal samagri apna soot tara. Nanak jeso paave. Teso nistara. Ano Maharaj. Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Maharaj Ji Mahalla Panjwa Ji. Jeso paave. Whomever. Jeso, right? Paave means pleases. Ponde. Or is pleasing to. Teso, them. Teso, them. Tenano. Nistara, you guys know what nistara means? We've done this before. Nische karke tara, without a doubt, right? Salvation without a doubt. Nische karke, with full faith. But literally, tara means to swim, right? Makes them swim across without a doubt, right? Tar lendene, right? But really what we're talking about is salvation. Falling in love. Punjabi ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਅਰਥ ਨਾ beautiful अर्थ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਗੋਵਿੰਦ ਰੂਪ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਫਰਮਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਨਿਰਗੁਣ ਸਰੂਪ ਚੋਂ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਸਿੱਧ ਜਤੀ ਜੋਗੀ ਰਾਜੇ ਪੰਖੀ ਸੱਪ ਪੱਥਰ ਬਿਰਖ ਪੌਣ ਪਾਣੀ ਬਸੰਤਰ ਦੇਸ਼ ਭੂ ਮੰਡਲ ਸੂਰਜ ਚੰਦ ਤਾਰੇ ਮੰਡਲ ਦੇਵ ਦਾਨਵ ਇੰਦਰ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਨੇ ਹੈ from nirgun swarup Vaheguru Ji has created. So Bhagavad Ji just listed everything we talked about in this body, right? From the siddhs, jati yogis, all the way to the dev danav indras, right? Everything from Tare Mandal, all that, the fires, the waters, everything, right? The Pankhi, the Saps, everything's been created from Mara and Nirguna Swarup, right? ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਹੁਕਮ ਚ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਕੇ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਹਨ. They're all in Maharaj's ਹੁਕਮ. Everything is in Maharaj's ਹੁਕਮ. ਐਸੇ ਅੰਤ ਕਲਾਵਾਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਵਿਸਮਾਦ ਪਰਪਕਾਰ ਕੌਤਕ. So their kautaks, their actions, what they do, their plays, Gurbani ji, their Gurbani, their sacrifice, their Gurbani ji, their form. Jeso premi sevak ji nu tera kiya mitha lagੈ ਗੁਰਮੁਖ ਤੇਰਾ ਭਾਣਾ ਭਾਵੈ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਨ. So whoever finds this pleasing in their heart, Maharaj's kautaks, Maharaj's Gurbani, Maharaj's Gurbani ji, ਤਿਸ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਸ਼ੇ ਰੂਪੀ ਜਲ ਦੇ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਚ ਡੁੱਬੇ ਨੂੰ. So the one that's drowning in the jal, in the ocean of vishe, ਤਾਰ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਨ. Maharaj makes them swim across. ਪੰਕਜ ਮੋਹ ਨਿਗਰਤੋ ਹੈ ਪ੍ਰਾਨੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਿਗਰਤ ਕਾਢੇ ਕਢਾਵੈ ਗੋ. ਤਰਾਹੇ ਸਰਨ ਜਨਾਏ ਗੁਰੂ ਹਾਥੀ ਦੇ ਨਿਕਲਾਵੈ ਗੋ. So ਗੁਰੂ ਬੋਹੇ ਥੋ ਵਡਭਾਗੀ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਨਾਨਕ ਦਾ ਸੰਗੇ ਪਾਥਰ ਤਰਿਆ. In English, whomever finds Guru Sahib Ji's hukam, Gurbani Ji pleasing, they are given salvation from the gods, right? This is probably, I haven't looked it up, but I'm assuming that this artha is very unique. The arths that you will probably find for this are something like whoever Guru Sahib Ji wants from that perspective, whoever Guru Sahib Ji pleases, they make them, they give them salvation. But here, Bhagaji writes it from the perspective of whoever finds Guru Sahib Ji's hukam pleasing, whoever finds Guru Sahib Ji's Gurbani pleasing, meaning whoever falls towards Guru Sahib Ji, falls in love with Guru Sahib Ji, they are given salvation from everything, from the cause, right? Different perspective of looking at things, right? Yeah, different perspective. So, Nanak jiso jiso pava teso teso nistara. That was today's, guys. On the line above. Sagal samagri apna sutitara. So Vaheguru just kept the whole creation in the way he wishes, threaded in his nirgun form. Nanak just bhava teso teso nistara. Whomever finds Guru Sahib Ji's hukam sweet, whoever finds Guru Sahib Ji's kautaks, their play sweet, whoever finds Guru Sahib Ji's Gurbani Ji pleasing, they find it sweet, they find it pleasing, they are given salvation from the gods, right? Maharaj Kirpa. Sahib Saloko औसत करहे अनेक जन अंतो न पारावार नानक रचना प्रभे रची बहुविध अनेक प्रकार आसठ पदी कई कोटे होए पूजारी कई कोटे आचार व्यवहारी कई कोट पै तीर्थ वासी कई कोट बन भ्रम है उदासी कई कोट वेद के सरोते कई कोट तपीश्वर होते कई कोट आत्म त्यान उतार है कई कोट काव्य काव्य विचार है कई कोट नवतन नाम त्याव है नानक करते का अंत न पावे है कई कोट पै अभिमानी कई कोट अंध ज्ञानी कई कोट कृपन कठोर कई कोट अपेग आत्म निकोर कई कोट पर दर्भ कहे रहे कई कोट पर दुख न करहे कई कोट माया श्रम माहे कई कोट पर देश प्रमाहे जे तो लाभ हो ते तो लगना नानक करते की जाना करता रचना कई कोट सिद्ध जति योगी कई कोट राजे रस भोगी कई कोट पंखी सर्प पाए कई कोट पाथर बिरख निपजाए कई कोट पवन पानी बैसंतर कई कोट देश भू मंडल कई कोट सस्यर सूर नक्षत्र कई कोट देव दानव इंद्र सिर छतर सगल समग्री अपना सूते तारै नानक जैसो जैसो पावै तेसो निस्तारे कई कोटे राजस तामस सातक दिस इज टुडे कई कोटे वेद पुराण सिमरते आरो सासत कई कोटे किए रतन समुंद कई कोटे नाना प्रकार जंत कई कोटे किए चेर जीवे कई कोट गिरी मेर सुवर्ण थीवे कई कोट जाख्या किन्नर पिसाच कई कोट भूत प्रेत सूकर मृगाच सब ते निरै सब होते दूर नानक आप अलिपत रहा भरपूर Anhu Maharaj Shukra. Waheguru Kai Kote Siddh Jati Yogi. Going over last week, guys. There are countless Siddhs, Jatis, and Yogis. And then Bhagaji also did this arth towards Gurmukhs as well. There are countless Jivana Mukta yogis. Jini Jog Maya in the sense of Gursevak yogi Jagade Maya Andare Karane Udasi. The yogis of Guru Sahib Ji, the Gursevak yogis, that while remaining in Maya, they're udas from it, they're nilate from it, they're uparam from it. So there are countless Jivan Mukta yogis who emerged with Vaheguruji and Indriya te Vasa Kabu Karn wale Jatis as well. So from that perspective, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar, controlling all these vices. Nihathe Panjavan, mein Guru Ditti Thapi Kandajiyo, that my guru patted me on my back and I took control over the five. I took the weapons of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar away. I took them out. I won. Well, how? My guru patted me on my back. That's how. Kei Kote Raje Rasapogi. So we did this arth in two different ways. One for like the literal arth of it, the kings who indulge in worldly pleasures, and then there are Jeso Naam Hriday Soi Vada Raja, the Gyani Mohan Singh Jis of the world. The Sekene Hea Pe Donanjano Moon Sain Jehea, the Baba Hanam Singh Jis of the world. The Tata Bete that are lean, that are zoned into Tana. Like Bhagavad Siri Saranji, there are countless, and there have been countless Brahmayanis that indulge in Namaras. Mast Amrit Piya Satguru Diya Avarona Jana Dua Diya Moond Liye Darvaje Vajiye Le Anhad Vaje. People that are sitting in these states, people that are flowing in Tona, people that have done Seva and Simran, and after that first love have stepped on that second love of the Anhad Tona, people that have gone on the path beyond and realize what that Virag touch of everything is Maharaj Hukam, Maharaj, and staying in Shukr of Maharaj and realizing whatever, I don't know what that is, but Virag, that peace. And then the fourth stage of the Malavat, the meet with the Paramatma. So there are countless Brahmaganis that indulge in and flow in these states of Namaras. Kei Kote Pankhi Sarpa Upai. Countless types of birds, types of snakes Maharaj has created. I'm sure there, if we want, we can go deeper into these arts as well. If you go into on 3 parts of this, Kei Kote Pathar Berkh Ne Pajaye. Maharaj created countless pathar stones, birk trees, Dipajai means paida kite, right? Created. Kei quote, and then pavan pani basantar fire, pavan air, pani. Maharaj created countless types of these elements as well. Different types of air we spoke about, different types of water, different types of fire we spoke about actually. And then there's Ek Brahmanda it was a 49 crore taranda pauna, right? So all this type of air as well. Kai kote des pu mandal. So countless earths, lands, locations, galaxies, solar systems, all that stuff. Kai kote sasyar, sur. Sasyar meaning moon, sur meaning suraj, meaning chanda, I meaning sun, and nakhatar meaning stars, right? Sasyar, chand, sur, nakhatar. We got a moon on Earth. Jupiter's got how many moons? Countless moons. Kai kote dev danava indra sire chatara. I just created countless demigods, demons, and Indras that have canopies over their heads. Sagal Samagri Apana Sutetara. Vaheguru Ji has kept his whole creation in the way he wishes, in his suit, threaded. Mara Kirpa, Mara Satta, everything. Sabko Proya Pe Aya. Nothing moves outside of Hukam. Everything in Maharaj Hukam. Everything Mara Hukam. Nanak jesa bhava teso nistara. Whoever finds this hukam pleasing, whoever finds our Guru Shabad pleasing, whoever flows with it internally, they are given salvation. They are given salvation from mukti, as in tika, physical mukti or whatever, salvation from vikars, salvation from all that into a place of beautifulness, into a place of sakyata, into a place of awness, into a place of wonder, into a place of contentment, into a place of that ton. Gur Prasad Kai Kote Rajas Tamas Sataka. So today we'll be starting with this. We spoke about Rajogun, Tamogun, and Satogun before as well, multiple times. And we will expand on it here as well a little bit. So let's start writing. Mara Kirpa. Maharaj. Kai Kote. Anagyanata. Many millions. Countless. Rajas, Tamas, Sataka. Rajogun, Tamogun, Satogun. So we'll write a bit more in detail of what this means, but you guys can write Rajo, Tamo, and Sato here, and then maybe make some notes in these boxes as well. Maybe I'll add it to a chat because I have some information that I got from Kulveer Singh from Gurmat Vivek guys. By Kulveer Singh, he's left his body as well. But he wrote some stuff that I found. So and I thought it was pretty cool, like in explaining what Rajo, Tamo, and Sato is from a Sikhi perspective. So I'll drop that in the chat as well. So Punjabi च जे ਆਪਾਂ अर्थ करिए है ना, राजगुण ताम गुण सत गुण कहिए एह तेरी सब माया है ना, ए माया रूप ने ਰਜੋ ਤਮੋ ਸਤੋ ਸਭ ਮਾਇਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਰਜੋ ਗੁਣੀ ਤਮੋ ਗੁਣੀ ਸਤੋ ਗੁਣੀ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ currently this is what's happening and then if we do this in English, so remember the dark bolded letters are Gurbani translated from, and I take this from Sikhi to the Max. Um, I don't always agree with, with these English translations, but I also don't want to change them just old night right now either. Before there's like a lot of achar. So this is, take it with a grain of salt. The arts that you see here as well from an English perspective from these dark bold ones. So Raj is the quality and energy and activity. See, like this, like I get it, but I don't know if I would say that that is a rajoguni, right? The quality of energy and activity. Tamas, the quality of darkness and inertia. And sattavas, means satoguni, the quality of purity and light, are also called the creations of Maya, your illusion. So meaning Rajaguna, Tamguna, Sataguna, Kahiya, all these, Rajo, Tamo, Sataguna, these are all Maya. So the arth is right here. Countless are, you can say countless beings are, but countless are in Rajo, Tamo, and Satoguna. In fact, the whole world, besides the Mahapurush, flows in these. So if we talk about Rajoguni, ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਰਾਜਗੁਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਰਜੋਗੁਣ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਲੋਭ ਦੇ ਹਲਕ ਕਰਕੇ ਮਨ ਬਾਣੀ ਸਰੀਰ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਕਾਸ਼ ਪਤਾਲ ਚ ਭੱਜੇ ਫਿਰਨਾ ਰਜੋਗੁਣੀ, right? So because of greed, ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਮਨ ਬਾਣੀ ਸਰੀਰ ਕਰ, the man is running, mouth is running, the body keeps running, ਇੱਧਰੋਂ ਕਦੀ ਉੱਧਰ, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਦੌੜਦਾ ਆ, ਇਹ ਰਜੋਗੁਣ ਆ. This is one example of Rajagun, kind of like a mini definition. I mean, you can get way more detail. ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਕਰੀਏ ਤਮੋਗੁਣੀ ਦੀ, so give some examples. So Bhagaji, this is all Bhagaji from Bhagaji's work. So ਤੇਜ਼ ਮਿੱਠਾ ਕੌੜਾ, ਸ਼ਰਾਬ ਤੰਬਾਕੂ, ਡਰੱਗ, ਭੈੜੇ ਨਸ਼ੇ ਵਰਤਣੇ, ਡਾਕੇ ਮਾਰਨੇ ਦੇ ਦੋਸ਼ ਜੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਗਲ ਵੱਢਣੇ, ਨਿੰਦਾ, where power dred hona, so having that mindset of like where hatred, beha khana, ja sona na ja sutte rehna, koda bolna, ko sangat karni, ਬੰਬ ਸੁੱਟ ਕੇ ਨਿਰਦੋਸ਼ ਜੀਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੂਕਣਾ, ਆਦਿ ਦੈਂਤ ਕੋ ਕਰਮ ਤਮੋਗੁਣੀ ਹੈ, right? So ਇਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਤਾਮਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ. ਇਦਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਲਾਲਚ ਆ ਗਈ ਰਜੋ ਚ, ਤਮੋ ਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ, I would probably say something like ਕਾਮ ਕ੍ਰੋਧ ਲੋਭ ਮੋਹ ਹੰਕਾਰ, like all that, like just like being very tamas, killing and all that kind of stuff, and like sexually active like crazy, like just lost in calm, like tamoguni mindsets, those types of harsh, deep, lost in calm, krodh, lobh, ahankar, lost in moh, and like to extreme depths. Satoguni ye ch aa gaya, halimi, garibi, nimrta, सच्चा मिठा बोलना, घट तो घट बोलना, कलेश त्यागना, साफ पवित्र वस्त्र कपड़े पहनने, किसी ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਖ ਨਾ ਦੇਣਾ, ਝੂਠਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਖਾਣਾ, ਵਾਤਾਵਰਨ ਘਰ ਦੀ ਸਫਾਈ ਰੱਖਣੀ, ਆਹਾਰ ਸੰਜਮ ਦਾ ਛਕਣਾ, ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਸੰਦੇਹਾ ਸੌਣਾ, ਸਵੇਰ ਨੂੰ ਹਨਾ ਚੰਗੇ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਤੜਕੇ ਉੱਠਣਾ, eating fresh food, ਸੱਜਰਾ ਸੱਜਰਾ ਖਾਣਾ, ਸੈਰ ਕਰਨੀ, ਜੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਦਇਆ ਕਰਨੀ, ਇਹ ਸ਼ੁਭ ਗੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਧਾਰਨੇ ਆ, ਇਹੋ ਸਤੋ ਗੁਣ ਆ, right? So this is sato gun, right? Healthy lifestyle, leading a good lifestyle. I'm gonna write here for you guys so you guys can read it, and then I'll put it in the chat so you guys can copy it and maybe put it in your pages for English. I feel like he explained it pretty well. So Tamil. So he writes, under this guna, a person does all the bad things like atrocities, cruelties, murders, rapes, etc. So tamoguna, kam, kro, lo, mohankar to depth, to a very high degree. Tamoguna. And then rajoguna, under this guna, a person has aspirations for worldly gains, right? So lalach, we can say greed takes precedence here a little bit. Person working to become a CFO of a company or manager of a firm is driven by rajoguna. Such people are not bad people, but they have aspirations for worldly gains. They are householders who want to attain materialistic things. They don't commit atrocities, cruelties, murders, etc., as a person under Tamogun does. It is possible for a person living under Rajogun to transform into one living under Tamo as well. It depends on which way one flows, right? Sometimes to attain their material goals, the Rajo people start doing unethical and immoral acts, and gradually this leads to becoming Tamoguni. So that's the Rajoguni, how he explains it. And Satoguni, under this gun, people do good deeds, don't have too many materialistic aspirations. They do charity work, feed the poor, help the needy, perform religious rituals like pilgrimages, do other such good deeds as well. So most of the acts of the world religions fall under this gun. And Gurmat or Dharma is the only thing that offers its followers something above Satoguna. So this is Baikalveer Singh saying this. So a Gursevak follows some aspects of Satoguna, helping the needy, feeding the poor, but it does not condone empty rituals, empty religious subtle rituals that don't help in Namabhyas. Same way, Gurmat also preaches some Tamoguna qualities, earning a decent living, trying to establish the righteous kingdom in this world. As Gursevak may follow some Tamogun too, employing some martial skills in the battlefield for Dharma. But again, these actions may only seem like Tamo, but the intent behind doing such actions like fighting in the battlefield are not driven by Tamoguna. Gursevak always stays in Chautapad, the fourth state, the state that's above the three gunas, right? So Gurbani talks about Chauthe Padamangatapai. Salvation is obtained in the fourth state, is beyond all this. Yes, and we've done this Arth Marakirpa. I think we've already done it, right? The biggest religion of all religions to do good deeds and to japanam sarvatarma sreshtatarma harko naam japan nirmala karam. The biggest religion of all religions, right? Sarvatarma sreshtatarma harko naam japan nirmala karam. So when you're doing nirmala, either the Arth can be doing nirmala karam, japing naam is the nirmala karam, or if we're going to say doing good deeds in the world, then because they're being done from a perspective of naam, meaning there's no ego involved in these good deeds. And that's that. I think that's what we call seva as well, right? So I'll put this in the chat. I think you guys want to copy it. Take it from here. Oh, the message is too long. Okay, Tika. I'll break it down. Right. So this is Rajoguna, Tamoguna, and Satoguna. So Kai Kote Rajasthamas Satak. Let's move on. खालसा जी कई कोट वेद पुराण सिमरत यारो सासत. So you guys know this arth as well already. Ved as in Vedas, Puran as a Purane, Puranas, Simritiyan, Aro Shastra, Shastra, है ना? These are all Hindu Mata, Sanatana Mata texts. Veds, Puran, Simritiyan, Aro meaning and Sastra, Shastra. So चार वेद, छे शास्त्र, 27 सिमरतियां दी केड़ी गल आ? अनगिनत ही वेद पुराण सिमरतियां रसास्त्र हैं, right? So not only are there 4 Vedas, 6 Shastras, and 27 Simritiyan, but there are countless Vedas, Simritiyan, and Shastras. These religious texts. महाराज ने गिनती भी पैदा की है. On meh ਧਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਮਹਿ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਧੁਨ ਮਹਿ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਮਹਿ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਧੁਨ ਮਹਿ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਮਹਿ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਧੁਨ ਮਹਿ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਮਹਿ ਜਾਣਿਆ. कई कोटि वेद पुराण सिमरत यारो सासत. ठीक है खालसा जी, अगाह को तरंग तरिए ਆਪਾਂ कई कोटि किए रतन समुंद. वाहिगुरु. किए, created, did, ਕੀਤੇ, ਕੀ ਕੀਤੇ? ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਤਾਂ ਰਤਨ ਕੀਤੇ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਤਨ ਕੀਤੇ, right? So you could take it two ways. Ratan meaning jewels. So we could say, what did Maharaj do? Well, he created countless oceans and he created countless jewels. Or we can say he created countless jewels within the oceans as well, right? Ratan means jewel, but ratan also means jewels from the ocean. Maybe like we can say pearls, right? So we can say jewels from the ocean. Bhai Veer Singh ji does the arth of ratan as samundar cho nikale keemti patthar, right? Like so priceless jewels, that stones that have come from the ocean. But yeah, straight arth we can just say jewels as well, right? Oh. ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਹੀਰੇ ਜਵਾਹਰਾਤ ਰਤਨ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ created countless oceans and countless jewels. ਅੰਤ ਨ ਅੰਤਾ ਸਦਾ ਬੇਅੰਤਾ ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਊਚੋ ਊਚਾ. ਕਈ ਕੋਟ ਕੀਏ ਰਤਨ ਸਮੁੰਦਰ, कई कोट नाना प्रकार जंत, है ना? Oh, Eric, beautiful man. Wow. Yeah. You know what? What do these lines mean to me? I would definitely write something like that. That is such a beautiful art that you just said. So Eric just said, Can these jewels, pearls, also refer to jewels in the mind, meaning Gurbani? Yeah, man. Like that's what I'm talking about. This is how you flow in artha. This is how you personalize artha. This is where it's like, a, Maharaj sending you shout like, Antananta Sada Beanta. There's no end to you. There's no end to you. You're always Beanta, limitless. Kaho Nanak Ucha Ucha. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji says, you're higher than high. You're the highest, most highest, right? That is the jewel, man. That is the Ratan. Um, that feeling that's evoked, that thoughtlessness, the Gurbani itself, the process itself, the enjoyer of that state, the enjoyment of that state, the one that gives that state, every that is the Ratan, that is the Samund. Maybe we can flow with this and you go and say that is the Samundar where the Ratans reside, and we dive in that depth, and the Shabd that flows within the mind and just flows deeper and deeper into a depth, and there's different ratans that Guru Nanak Sahib Ji pulled out ratans of rags from these depths. Guru Nanak Dev Ji pulled out the lipi of Gurmukhi through these depths, right? Guru Nanak Dev Ji pulled out the ratan of Vaheguru mantra from that depth and gave it to the sansar, right? Kei kote kiye ratan samund, and there's countless anhadons flowing, there's countless shabds of Gurbani Ji flowing within that state, and the people that are sitting there, they're absorbed, fully absorbed, lost in it. They become one with it, right? Think of apne, Sant Baba Gurbachan Singh Ji, Pindra Kalani. Think about apne Khand Kirtaniya Bhai Ranveer Singh Ji is flowing within Mata Sahib Deva Ji, just absorbed, fully absorbed there, right? In this Ratan, right? 100% you can flow that way. The arth can be, the beautiful thing about it, arth is Gurbani proves Gurbani, right? So as long as you can prove what you're saying through Gurbani, it flows. And I think as long as you're doing it from a place of love, it flows. But it is Mara Kirpa. It's Mara Kirpa. Mara is Beanta like that, man. Mara, there's so many beautiful arts that people throw out. Maybe because Mara speaks to everyone, and each relationship is so beautiful that everyone has with Mara. Like, for example, you just think about your guys' individual relationships, the way you guys can have conversations with Guru Sahib Ji, whether that's any guru, whether that's Punjabi Pasha Ji that we're Sukhmani Sahib right now, is Nome Pasha Ji, whether it's different Guru Sahib Jis at different times in our life, that processes that we're going through, and we're talking to different Guru Sahib Jis, although they're all one, right? And the ratans that each of us get blessed with. Each of us, the Maharaj like, here, man, take it. It's beautiful. It's all beautiful. These relationships that you all have are beautiful, and they're so unique, and the things that flow from there are unique. They're your own, right? They're your own. No one can replicate it. It's your personal journey. It's your personal flow with Maharaj. And but yeah, definitely a beautiful art. I would 100% say, of course, yeah, you can definitely take it that way. And what do these lines mean to me? Write them out, man. Write them out. Connect them to the dunya that we live in as well, and see where this writing takes you. Kei kote nana prakar janta. Nana, many, various, anek, prakar, types ਭਾਂਤ ਦੇ different types. ਜੰਤ, jeev, something that's living. So we can say like an organism or a being. We can say an elephant or a tiger or a microscopic little cell within our bodies or things that we cannot even see with a microscope. All that is a janta. Jo jane mein jo banvanto so hovet besta pa janto. Sukhmani Sahib as well. Particle. I think we translate that as particle as well, janta. So kai kote अणगिणत ही नाना meaning अनेक प्रकार दे भांत दे हाथी कृम जीव हाथी कृम जीव ਹਨ इतने सूक्ष्म ਹਨ जो खुरदबीन नाल भी नहीं देख सकते है ना इतने बरीक तो बरीक you cannot even see it with a microscope. So महाराज ने वाहिगुरु जी has created countless living organisms from various types of, we can say, elephants to microscopic organisms that cannot even be seen with a microscope, right? Anything and everything. These little particles that exist, these little organisms that exist, and then you put them all together and you put something sargon out there in the sense of like you make a physical akar out of something like a hathi or a human body gets created. So there are nana prakar, many types of janta. Jiya jant ke thakur ape vartanhar. So like Ji Jant ke Thakur, you're the Thakur of Ji and Janta, and Ape Vartanha, but you are the one that's amongst everything too. You're the one that's doing everything too, है ना? कई कोटे किए चिर जीवे. आह करो, आह करो. कई कोटे. शुक्र महाराज. किए चिर जीवे, created, पैदा कीते. किए. Chir meaning like lamba samana, long time. Kinna chir ho gaya, like chir meaning time frame. Jeeve, to live. Um, Jeeve. Jion wale, those that live. Jion wale. Agita this earth, Jion wale. Those that live, Jeeve. So Bhagji took this earth straight antari, like he didn't even write like the basic earth of this. Which I don't know, but I would assume it would probably be something like Kei kote kiye chirajive. There are many that live for a long time. That's what I would assume this arth would be. Bhagji took it in a very different way. So Vaiguruji ne अणगिणत ही पूरा साच प्याला सहजे तिस है पियाए जाको नादरे करे नाम जप जप के अमृत पी के गुरु जी तो शहीद होके लम्मा समा भाव सदा ही जीवन वाले एक निरंकारी नाम आधार महापुरुष पैदा कीते हैं. So in English we would say Vaheguru Ji has created countless saints, Mahapurushas, that live forever in Nam. Ei kote kiye chir jive, that live for a long time, meaning live forever. Oh, Vaheguru Ji has created countless saints that live forever in Nam. It's beautiful, man. Ei kote kiye chir jive. Kei kote giri mer suvarna thive. So Giri means mountain, Savarn means gold, Thive means dead or created. Kite. Giri Parvat, mountain. And then Mer will come back to Mer. Savarna, gold, Sona. Thive Kite, created. So Mer, Punjabi, we would say Sumer Parvat, the mountain which is known as Sumer. So Sumer Parvat, Sumer mountain, a special mountain that, as mentioned in Bhagavat and Vishnu Puran, is of gold and is the abode of the gods. Jithe rehnde a, devte rehnde a, where the devte live. Sumer. So this earth was taken. Let me show you that resource. Actually, a really good resource. You guys could download it. Thanks, Sundar say. I think you told me about this, maybe. Yeah, I believe so. This was taken from the English Mahan Kosh, pretty much. Yeah, Mahan Kosh English by Khan Singh Ji Nabha. Yeah, I'll show you one. It's right here. So, by Khan Singh Ji Nabha, the Encyclopedia of the Sikh Literature by Khan Singh Ji Nabha. That's laser settings, publisher. Okay. Punjabi University, Patiala. Printed. Published by Dr. Param Bakshish Singh, Register of Punjabi University, Patiala. But yeah, this is by Khan Singh Ji's Namba, is Mahan Kosh translated into English. It's not fully done, but it's a lot of it's done. So I believe Sundari saying you sent me this, so maybe you could put I don't know where I've had this for a long time now. I don't even know. I believe if you Google it, you might be able to find it. But it was it's a great resource for English work or just for understanding. That's where this art is from. Mir, Sumir, this one right here. And then it goes deeper, like it goes on to say how high Sumir Parbat is, what happens at Sumir Parbat. So it gives a detailed account of that as well if you want a little bit more detail. Okay, it's 4 volumes, but you didn't find the fourth volume. Yeah, I only have 3 here as well. Okay, so the arth of this. Hey kote giri mer suvaran thive. Anek baran anek kanek sumer ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੇ ਸੁਮੇਰ ਪਰਬਤ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪੈਦਾ ਕੀਤੇ ਹਨ. So once again, this here is Gurbani, translated Sikhi to the Max version. Many gods of water, many mountains of gold. Vaheguruji has created countless Sumer mountains of gold. So this resource, okay, pull it out again. Oh, so this is what I have here. Okay, I got it from gurmatvichar.com. It's PDFs of that this is volume 1, 2, and 3. So it's Mahan Kosh by Kansing Nabha, English translation, volume 1, 2, and 3. Maybe we could email Gurmatvichar and see if they have a fourth one. I haven't checked in a long time. It might be up. So that's a resource. Mahan Kosh, Mahankosh, 2 words, Mahan Kosh. And the author of Mahan Kosh is Bhai Kahan Singh, great writer. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Sukhjot Kaur put it in the chat, so we can take it from there. Gaur Prasad. All right, so Vagaji has created countless made mountains of gold. Kei kote jakya kinnar pisach. So once again, kei kote, many millions. Jakya. So kinnar and pisach. So Kuber Devte de Sathi. So first of all, Punjabi de vich Jakya, Kuber Devte de Sathi. And who is Kuber? Kuber is, I guess, the financier, the financial advisor, or the trustee, or the one that takes care of the money of the gods. That's who Kuber, the god, Kuber, that's him. All the gods, we've got Indra, and then we've got Teti Crore Devta. Kuber is one of those Teti Crore Devta. So the Jakya are the companions of the god of wealth. And the god of wealth is Kuber. I've also seen Jakya as not companions but as servants of Kuber. Papagji writes Sati meaning companions. So that's the arth we're going to flow with. The companions of the god of wealth. Kuber is the wealth manager of the gods. Right? So Kinnar are the singers of the Devte and the Gavaiye. So Devte and the Gavaiye, singers of the gods. Kinnar. So Jakya, the friends, the companions of Kuber, who is the financial advisor or the money manager of the gods, of the Teti Crore Devte. And then the Kinnars are the ones that sing for the Devte. And Pesach are flesh-eating demons. मांस खाण वाले दैंत. Pesach. So Punjabi ਚ ਅਰਥ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਰੀਏ, it would be ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਕੁਬੇਰ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਥੀ ਦੇ ਦੇਵਤੇ. So they're also devte. The companions are also devte. So ਕੁਬੇਰ ਦੇਵਤੇ ਦੇ ਸਾਥੀ ਦੇਵਤੇ, ਦੇਵਤਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਗਵਈਏ, and then ਮਾਸ ਖਾਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਦੈਂਤ ਹਨ. So they're countless, ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ. So in English, there are countless Jakya, Kinnars, and Pesaches. This Pesach, I believe for you guys as well, it might be Kinnar is repeated twice. So the transliteration, the Pesach, you guys can change that. Pesaach. Okay. That's what I wrote, but I made it yellow just in case I was wrong. Okay, so that's good. Pesaach. I think so, John. So there are countless Jakyas, Kinnars, and Pesaches. All right, guys. I'm a little bit heavier today, right? Like a little bit more informative, like these details of Jakyas and Kinnars and Pesaches, and we're talk about ghosts and spirits, and right here, Kaikote, Put, Pret, Sukar, Mrigach. Mrigach means Mirg means deer, and Mrigach means the ones that eat the deer, meaning tigers. Gur Prasad. Okay, so Kaikote and many millions. Put. Put, fear causing spirits. You could say evil spirits. Or ਭਿਆਨਕ jinn. ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ jinn ਕਵਾਂਗੇ, ਭਿਆਨਕ jinn. Put, meaning jinn, meaning evil spirits. So Sikhi to the max, they translate Pooth as goblins. I don't know, and there needs to be a vichar on this for English. Like, should we be flowing with goblins or should we be flowing with spirits, or which way? What, it's a discussion to be had. But it was interesting that they do the arth of Pooth as goblins. Parade, ghosts. Sukar, pigs, sur, and mrigaj, sher, है ना? Deer eating tiger or lion. So, ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਹੀ ਭਿਆਨਕ ਜਿੰਨ ਪ੍ਰੇਤ ਸੂਰ ਸ਼ੇਰ ਹਨ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ, ਸਿੱਧਾ ਅਰਥ they are countless ਭਿਆਨਕ ਜਿੰਨ ਪ੍ਰੇਤ ਸੂਰ ਤੇ ਸ਼ੇਰ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ, then ਭੂਤ meaning ਜਿੰਨ ਕੁਕਰਮ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਾਮਹੀਣ ਭੂਤ ਹਨ। ਹਰੇ ਕੇ ਨਾਮਹੀਨ ਬੇਤਾਲ। And then Pret, well then who are Prets, right? Pret are काले मह प्रेत जिनी राम न पछाता सत जोगे परमहंस बिचारी अंते काल जो मंदर सिमरै से चिंता मह जे मरै प्रेत जोने वाले वाले अवतर है। ਰਾਮ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਪਛਾਣਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਮਰਨ ਸਮੇਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮੰਦਰ ਨੂੰ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਲਾ ਪ੍ਰੇਤ ਬਣਦਾ ਹੈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। And then सूर आंते काल जो लड़के सिमरै ऐसी चिंता महजे मरै सूकर जोने वाले वाले अवतर है। English. There are countless evil spirits. So spirits, I'm sure evil in front of this as the first one. So there are countless evil spirits, ghosts, pigs, and tigers. Shades. And we're going to expand on each. So there are countless evil spirits, ghosts, pigs, and tigers. So when we talk about evil spirits, what are we talking about? Yes, evil spirits, but we're also talking about the ones who do evil deeds and are without nam. They are the evil spirits. Without the nam of the Lord, the mortal is a ghost. Once again, these arts, please take them with a grain of salt. These details of, is it supposed to be ghost? Is it supposed to be a spirit? Is it supposed to be a goblin? This definitely needs vichar, I think. And this is taken from Sikhi to the max. So har ke naamheen betal. This is the artha. Without naam, mortal is a ghost or maybe a spirit. Second, we're going to talk about ghosts. or Pret, Punjabi. The ones who do not recognize Vaheguru and think of their property while dying are ghosts. So this is translated. In this dark age of Kali Yuga, those who do not realize Vaheguru are goblins. In the golden age of Satyug, the supreme soul swans contemplated on Vaheguru. And that was burning line 1, this is burning line 2. At the very last moment, one who thinks of mansions and dies in such thoughts shall be reincarnated can't even say that, reincarnated over and over again as a goblin. So meaning that line is Ante kale jo mandar simra, the ones that think of their mandar, the ones think of their homes. Aisi chinta mehjimra, if you die in such thought, Pret jone wale uttara, they'll come back as a Pret, or they'll go into the June of a Pret. So these spirits, these ghosts, the ghosts are also a June. And then pigs. So we're going to go a little bit on Triv Arth on pigs as well. How does one become a pig? Well, this is number 3. So this is the third one for pigs. At the very last moment, one who thinks of his children or her children and dies in such thoughts shall be reincarnated over and over again as a pig. That is the arth for Ante kal jo ladke se mara. So at the very last moment, the ones that think of their kids, aisi chinta mehje mere, if one dies in such thoughts, sukar jone wale uttara, they come back and back again as sukar, as sur, as pigs. I'm assuming because pigs have a lot of kids. All right. So this was Ekote Put, spirits, evil spirits, jinn, pret, ghosts, Sukra Mrigach. Mrigach, Mrig, deer, Mrigach, the ones that eat the deer, meaning tigers, lions. We'll wait here for about a minute if you guys need to write any of this out. Oh, Guru. 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 Phồn namaste namaha janaya phồn namaste namaha janaya sabate nira sabahute dure. We'll do these 2 last lines together, but let's write the akriyats. I'll write them here. Sab all saryan ਤੇ ਤੋਂ, from, ਨੇੜੇ, close, ਨੇੜੇ, ਸਭ ਹੋ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ, ਸਭ ਸਭ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਤੋਂ, from, ਦੂਰ, far away, ਦੂਰ, right? ਸਭ ਤੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਹੈ, ਸਭ ਹੋ ਤੇ ਦੂਰ ਹੈ। Tigers, Sukhjo, there is nothing for tigers, Antari. That's why we didn't do that. Yeah, Pangji didn't write any, so he just wrote, yeah, just for Surah, and then he just left Sher as Sher. That's why we didn't do that one. Sab te nera, sab all te from nera close, sab who all te from dure far. ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਨੇੜੇ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ। All right. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਨਾਨਕ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ God ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਅੱਖ ਤੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਅਰਜਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਰਾਖਿਆ ਚੰਦੋਆ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਪਤਾਖੇ ਹਾਰੇ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਅਰਜਨ ਦੇਵ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸ਼ੁਕਰ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾਂ ਜੀ ਆਪੇ they themselves. So Guru Nanak Dev Sahib Ji is saying that they themselves, Vaheguru Ji themselves, aap alipato, meaning, so alipto meaning nirlep. So we've done the arth of nirlep, even in the Chope Sahib we did a nirlep, right? Unaffected, without stain, nirlep, away from everything. They cannot be stained, right? Someone that you cannot reach some, they're nirlep. They're not affected. You cannot affect them in any which way. Rahaya stays. Rahe. Parpur means vyapak, meaning within everything, saturated within everything. So Das has seen tigers used occasionally for six as well as lion. Is this common trend? Yeah, I've seen both used as well. I think the literal arth for Singh is tiger, but I've seen lion and tiger. I mean, we could look at Mahan Kosh and go into a little bit more detail on this. If any of you guys know some of these arts, yeah, feel free to share between lion and tiger. नानक आप अलिपतो रहा भरपूर महाराज निर्लेप महाराज is भरपूर महाराज is निर्लेप all right, so Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Maharaj ji फरमाते ने जाख्या किन्नर पिशाच भूत प्रेत ਸੂਕਰ ਮਰਗਾਚ ਆਦਿ ਉਪਰੋਕਤ ਜੋ ਕਹੇ ਹਨ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਬਾਹਰ ਭਰਪੂਰ, ਨੇੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨੇੜੇ ਹਨ, ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਵੀ ਹਨ। ਨੇੜੇ ਇਸ ਲਈ ਹਨ, ਸਭਨੀ ਥਾਈ ਥੱਥਾ ਥੱਥਾ, ਸਭਨੀ ਥਾਈ ਰਵਿਆ ਆਪੇ ਆਦ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਜਾ ਕਾ ਵੱਡ ਪ੍ਰਤਾਪ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਵਿਆਪਕ ਹੋ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ। ਭਰਪੂਰ ਵਿਆਪਕ ਹੁੰਦਿਆਂ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਾਪ ਪੁੰਨ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਰਲੇਪ ਵੀ ਹਨ। ਭਾਵ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਗੁਰਾਂ ਦੁਆਰਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹਣ ਤਾਂ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਨੇੜੇ ਭਰਪੂਰ ਹਨ, ਜੇ ਪਾਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਨਿਰਲੇਪ ਦੂਰ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਰ ਹਨ। ਪਾਪ ਪੁੰਨ ਕਾ ਇਸ ਲੇਪ ਨ ਲਾਗੈ, ਘਟ ਘਟ ਅੰਤਰ ਸਦ ਹੀ ਜਾਗੈ, ਨਹੀਂ ਲੇਪ ਤੇ ਸੋ ਪੁੰਨ ਨਾ ਪਾਪੇ, ਨਾਨਕ ਕਾ ਪ੍ਰਭु ਆਪੇ ਆਪੇ। There's no pap, there's no pun, unaffected by all this. So pap pun ka iso lep na lage. So Maharaj is unaffected by pap and pun, as are Maharaj's sects like Baba Deep Singh. And Nanak Lekha Samjha. Guru Arjan Dev Sahib Maharaj is stating Vaheguru Ji is within all, closer than close, yet far away as well. That's the artha. So Guru Arjan Sahib Maharaj is stating Vaheguru Ji is within all, but Prapurya nede to vi nede near, so closer than close, and then sab to dur sare to dur bhi, yet far away as well. Close because they are everywhere from one perspective, right? And then close also from the perspective of those that want to fall in love with them through Guru Sahib Ji, right? So those ones that want to fall in love with Vaheguru Ji, they're close to them as well. But they are far because Vaheguru Ji is far away from those that commit sin. Vaheguru Ji is unaffected by the sin committed by those individuals, committed by people. So Maharaj is unaffected, is nirlep from pap and pun. So Vaheguru Ji is far away from those that commit sin, and Vaheguru Ji is close to those that are on the verge or that try to fall in love with them. Mara Kirpa, Gurprasad, through Guru Sahib Ji. So Guru Arjan Dev Sahib is stating Vaheguru Ji is within all, closer than close, yet far away as well. Depends what we're trying to do. ये भी आप जी लिख लो। वाह।